Yo, what's up, everybody? Your boy AFA, Heather Holt is here because she's amazing and she's the one that sends me all the information. I also know I just spoke to Denver Metro Audits. He's going to be coming up as well because he is DMA. So, Heather, you have a little bit of an echo. Do you have YouTube open in the background?
I have absolutely nothing open.
All right, why don't I have you drop down and come back up because I got an echo from you.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to kick you. Just come right back. Just make sure YouTube is totally closed. Yo, the Wicked Cup of Cocoa.
Yo, what's good?
Nothing, buddy. Nothing right now. You seen this video?
I saw it, man. It's crazy.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, initially I thought, he was a little bit doing a little too much. Yeah. But as I watched the entire video at the very end, it was uncalled for. The man was putting his hands up. It was more of a surrender thing. I didn't feel like he was a threat at all. And he just pushed him straight to the ground. I think that was way too much.
Yeah, I agree. And you guys are going to see in this video, I'm trying to let some people get in here. It's going to make you sick. So just so you know, the channel's name is Amazing Audits. Let me show you his channel. He is homeless. He is an activist in Denver. He has disabilities and he definitely deals with some stuff. So leading up to what happened in this video, that's his channel right there, Amazing Audits. Let's see if Heather, can you hear us?
I sure can. Is that better?
Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to adjust your mic a tiny bit. I'm getting new to this. All right, perfect. CRA Audits, what's up, buddy? Welcome. So I don't know what happened inside the T-Mobile store, but he's inside of a T-Mobile store in downtown Denver. When he alleges, I say allegedly because I don't know what happened, he alleges that someone inside the store attacked him and punched him in the mouth. So he leaves the store because he's injured, and then he tries to go back inside the store. However, at this point, the store has locked the doors. Now, keep in mind, I am not an advocate for a lot of his actions within the video. However, keep in mind, all of his actions are free speech. So they're completely legal. And I think if this young man was not homeless, I don't think, and the police didn't know of him to be homeless, I don't think this would have happened. I mean to say that if Denver Metro Audits or myself had went there and done the same thing, I don't think for 1 second that cop is going to do to us what he did to them. So Heather makes me aware of the video. DMA texts me shortly afterwards, and he's like, have you seen this? And, I was watching it, and then I was just kind of like DMA. I thought that he was a little bit extra, but I was absolutely disgusted with this cop's behavior. So we're going to play the video. I believe he was arrested, right, Heather?
As far as we know, we haven't heard anything since the cop shut off the live stream.
All right, so let's watch this video, check it out, and see what's going on. Hopefully some more people come in here. I'd like to get attention to this.
Hey, where are you going? That man attacked me. Hey, where that man at? That loud man right there attacked me. Hey, that loud man attacked me. He getting away right there. That's the attacker right there. That's the attacker. Yeah, they ain't gonna want to get him, no, are they? They go all body right-wing fucking supremacists.
Yeah, because they fucking suck.
Yeah, fuck these fucking pigs. Thanks, bro. Man, thank you. Thank you, man. Be safe. Be safe. These guys will murder you. Yeah, man. I just went in here and I was pushed down on the ground and attacked. And the employee over there, that black dude right there with the beard and shit, he threatened. He pushed me down on the ground and was threatening me while I was down on the ground and shit. Yep. I can't help myself. I'm disabled. I think my jaw's broken. I don't deserve this fucking shit, man. I did nothing wrong. Well, I may have done something wrong. I didn't do anything to deserve this motherfucking shit, dog. They broke my tripod. I can't use my other tripod. I'm using my backup stand. Hi. How's it going? Both these motherfuckers talking to me, and I'll be having a better day. Well, we're trying to talk to you. What are you fucking doing? Come over here right now. In the camera.
You're not in charge.
You know what?
You're not in charge.
I'm more in charge than you fucking think I am, all right? What's your name?
Duran, what's your
card?
You get it.
I'll give you my name and you give me your name on a card right now. Same offer goes to you. Yeah, Birkin. Hey, you want to know my name or are you going to use him as an intermediary because you're a bitch?
Are you intimidated? Are you done?
Good. Yeah, whatever, man.
Are you done?
Are you in charge?
Yes.
I want the fucking ID before we begin. Right now. Get your fucking cards out. I want a business card. You're asking me questions, Birkin. You're threatening me. You make me feel scared for my fucking life. Give me your card. You make me feel scared for my life. I want your fucking card. Tell me your name. Duran. You have Duran and Birkin with the U.
Tell us why we're here.
B-U-R-K-I-N. Yeah, I'm fucking illiterate. Your identity.
So you can tell us what's going on? Why are we here?
I need your fucking. Do they take your brains out in the fucking academy? That's what it is. They take their brains out in the fucking academy, people. They take their fucking brains out and they put dog fucking brains in there. Yeah, so I was assaulted here tonight. And I want to file formal fucking complaints. Okay. So Steve is walking that way right now.
Now, keep in mind before we continue, I do want to make it abundantly clear that that what happens is he walks up to them. So he does approach them. He has his hands up and he's walking behind them. He's walking up to them, but he's not assaulting them. You probably shouldn't do it, but keep in mind, Omaha cop block will crawl on the ground with cargo pants with a fishnet stocking on his head. Like nothing that he's doing is illegal. So you might not agree with it. So preface that now that you might not agree with it. But nothing that's happened so far is illegal. We don't know what allegedly happened inside the store. But as to this point with what we do have, there's nothing illegal here.
That's not true. That's not true at all, you fucking piece of shit. When did you speak to me for 2 minutes or a minute to know that?
You're not even speaking to us. You're yelling at us and you're using both. You're screaming.
Give me your fucking ID now.
You're not in charge.
We're not talking then.
I mean, I also want to point out that, I don't know if he intentionally flipped the script here, but he's doing the same thing cops do. He's saying, I want your cards. I want your ID. Give me your ID now. And this cop says, well, you're not in charge here. I don't know when the reality check didn't set in because maybe the cop's dog brain doesn't understand what's going on, but he is in charge. He's the citizen. He's the highest ranking person there. I mean, there's just no question.
And he was apparently a victim as well.
Well, I would less talk about that because I don't know what happened. That's why I say allegedly. But for what we have right now, there's no law that's been broken.
True.
I'll catch you later.
No.
Yeah, I fucking will. This will not be the last. I'm gonna fucking walk over here. I'm gonna fucking walk over here. Don't touch me, motherfucker. Don't fucking touch me. That's right. I'm gonna walk wherever the fuck I want, motherfuckers. Back off. You know what? Back off. They just assaulted a disabled person. Ow. Why are you doing this, Duran? Stop.
Keep on coming at us with your arms up.
Fucking walk over here. I'm gonna fucking walk over here.
That was the first assault right there.
Yep.
Don't fucking touch me. That's right.
Wait till you see what Duran does.
I'm gonna motherfuckers. Back off. That's right. I'm gonna walk wherever the fuck. I'm gonna motherfuckers. Back off. I'm gonna motherfuckers. Back off. You know what? I'm gonna motherfuckers. Back off. You know what? I'm gonna motherfuckers. Back off. You know what? Back off. They just assaulted a disabled person. They just assaulted motherfuckers. Back off. You know what? Back off. They just assaulted a disabled person. Ow. Why are you doing this, Duran? Stop.
Keep on coming at us with your arms up, dude. You're done.
I never meant no harm to you, bro.
No, you just want to act like an ass. Come at me like that? No. You're done.
They're arresting me, guys, in Denver for nothing. I want to supervise them right now.
Yeah,
Ow,
don't
my leg is cramping. Ow! Ow! Ow!
I'm vaping right now.
All right, so I'm gonna let this run on loop while
Hey, where
everyone
are you
gets in
going?
here. But I mean, let's discuss it, and we're also going to be calling the PD. The behavior was oh, I don't want to do that because I want to show everyone on panel. There we go. So the behavior that you see in this video, I mean, did he have the right to do it? Yes. Is it good common practice? I don't know, but he didn't break the law. I will say it this way. I think Peachy Rider said it best. He could have handled it better, but he didn't break any laws. I mean, he's walking with his hands up. He's walking up to the cop. He's walking behind the cop. None of these laws, he's not breaking any laws. And then the cop shut off his live stream. I found it interesting that as an activist and a YouTube content creator and someone that works with a camera, sometimes I can't shut off a live stream right away. This guy was very quick to figure out how to shut off the live stream. I mean, what are your thoughts? I'm going to fast forward to the assault and just keep looping that back. What do you think, DMA?
I think it was interesting that the first cop, the guy on the right here without the helmet on, was the first one to assault him, which was completely unnecessary. He shoved his arm right here, bam, no need for that. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't feel threatened by him. I mean, these guys are the ones with the guns and the tasers. And then hands up in the air, and that was unnecessary.
And I want you to look at the backup cop here. Watch his, let me get ready. I want you to watch his face. Tell me what you see as soon as he goes down. So I'm going to pause it as soon as the shove happens. And I want you to tell me what you see on backup cop. Let me know in the chat and let me know what you see on panel. What do you see from this backup cop right here? Why don't you let me know what you think, DMA? What do you see?
It's hard for me to tell. I can't tell. Can you zoom in?
I don't think so.
Not on a YouTube.
No, I can't. But what I will tell you with this picture being zoomed in from the thumbnail is this cop is smiling. You're right, Peachy Rowdy. Yeah, my bad. This cop is smiling. The cop in the background 100% thinks that this is the greatest thing that's ever friggin' happened, right? He nothing better could have happened today besides this. And you can see the smile right there.
Right there. I did see it right there. Yeah, as
you
he was
see him
walking
up to it?
Yep, he's smirking.
That's a
Big smile on his face.
Yep.
definitely.
Oh yeah, he thinks it's hilarious.
I mean, push number one.
You can see that the police officer lunged towards him, right? He wasn't even going. He was walking around him. See,
he's got his hands up.
Yeah, he's got his hands up. I mean, he's already got his beating gloves on. Both of them do. They're ready for it.
Look at this. Disgusting.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
And
these
he
guys
said he was approaching
downtown
him
District
aggressively.
6, they got to be used to this type of behavior anyways. I mean, people have a lot of mental illness down here in District 6 in downtown Denver. That's just, they deal with this stuff on a daily basis. So this shouldn't be something new to a District 6 police officer.
Well,
Exactly.
I think that there's only, and everyone, just so you know, this is amazing audits. So since we have such a big budget here and DMAFA Pranks is up on panel, we do have a huge exhaustive budget. So in situations like this, it's time to play our expensive music. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen another instance of police officers assaulting a citizen, but this time they don't target just a regular activist with a camera. This time they target a homeless activist that is disabled. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play America's favorite game. Do you want to tell them what it is, Heather?
How low can we go?
Oh, we can go down low and we can touch the flow. So this is America's favorite game, like I said, folks. So this is District 6. Let me pull up. Let me get over here in this screen. We'll go to good old Google. You are the people of the United States of America. You have the right to redress your grievances how you see fit. I'm going to look it up. Denver Police District 6. Oh, there it is. District 6 downtown. Wow, look at them apples, folks. Let me share my screen here. I'm going to stop sharing on this screen, so we're not going to see him getting assaulted for 1 second. And then we're going to put up District 6. By the way, if you guys go to Heather Holt's channel, everyone please subscribe. She has this video as well. If you haven't checked it out, she's the one that sent it to us. So please help her out. Oh, here we go. This is now as
Run over and make it public.
can everyone see this? So this is Denver Police District 6. And I can just go ahead. They have a 3.0 rating. I can go ahead and click on the Google reviews. And well, what does that say? Civil police in Denver. No bullshit, guys. This says civil police. That's very civil behavior, I feel like. Can you believe that, DMA?
That's a prank right there.
Nuts.
Yeah, they're pranking us. Oh man, so the civil police in Denver. Witness to you. What's this one 2 months ago? This is you, DMA.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah, they got all
Witness
kinds
the-
of reviews from my video too.
Witnessed a YouTube video where a guy by the name of Denver Audit was battered several times in front of numerous police officers. So they're used to this, and you've undergone this. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my review, and I will be checking the reviews. So as they come in, if you guys want a review, I'm going to say, stop letting your officers hurt homeless people. I think that's pretty good.
Definitely.
All right. So now they have a 3.0. What I think I'll do is I'll keep refreshing. Do you guys want to leave any reviews? You're more than welcome to leave reviews and redress your grievances. It is your government. So again, that's the Denver Police Department District 6 that assaulted this man and threw him on the ground because he didn't break the law. I'm gonna, I think, call them. I do have some questions that I would like to ask them. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me write the number down. All right. Let me go ahead over here and give these little shitbirds a call, because that's exactly what they are, is shitbirds. Here we go.
And I only know his first name.
I know his whole name.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Denver Police District 6, Officer Lane, how can I help you?
Your name's Officer Lane?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Lane?
That's correct.
What's your badge number?
18067.
18067. Hi. So I am, just so you know, recording this call for my documentation purposes, even though Denver's a one-party state. I was just checking out a video online where Officer Birkin and another police officer in front of a T-Mobile store threw a disabled man to the ground and absolutely beat him, pretty bad. Do you guys normally train your officers to beat citizens like that? Is that like part of practice? Do you learn that in the academy, or is this kind of a one-off thing?
I'm unfamiliar with the video that you're talking about, so I'm unable to comment on that.
Oh, okay. Well, if you go to Amazing Audits on YouTube, it's the newest video. And if you scroll to about the 3-minute mark, when you see the homeless guy flying through the air, that's the video with Officer Birkin. Would you say, I know you haven't seen the video, but if a person is engaging in legal activity and filming police in a public way, do you think it's acceptable for a police officer to assault that person?
Like I said, I do not know the call or the situation or any of the details, so I'm not able to comment on that.
Well, I'm telling you, I don't understand the video, but if someone is outside in public conducting a constitutionally protected legal activity, is it ever acceptable for a police officer to assault them?
Is there something I can help you with today, sir?
You're helping me. I mean, don't deflect, because we'll just assume that I do this for a living, and everyone knows that I'm better at this at my job than you are at yours. But my question is not hard. So, I mean, I guess if you want to transfer me to a supervisor, that's fine. But I mean, if I'm asking a cop, if someone's not breaking the law, can you assault them? And that cop won't answer that question, like that's warning sign. The red flags are going off. How long?
I feel that way.
How long have you been a police officer, Officer Lane?
Is there anything I can help you with today? Because I have other people calling.
Yes, I'm asking you how long you've been a police officer. This is part of your service to the public.
Yeah, I gave you my badge number.
Yeah, it's 18067, and I'll probably be doing a FOIA request and getting your entire jacket because I want to make sure you haven't beat anybody. Can I speak to your supervisor, please?
May I say who's calling?
Yeah, good citizen.
So, what's your first name?
Good, last name citizen. I don't have to identify to speak to a police officer. It's your job to violate my rights. It's not my job to help you.
Okay, well,
So I'll just wait for your supervisor on hold. You have a member of the public asking to speak to a supervisor on duty about an issue, so I can hold.
what's the issue that you'd like to speak to the supervisor so I can advise him?
Oh, Supervisor Lane, are you the supervisor?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, shoot. Well, I asked to speak to a I understand how your cops can think it's okay to assault people. You don't even understand how to press a button.
You don't
So,
have to yell.
well, sir, I'm not yelling. I'm just telling you that I would like to speak to your supervisor. You're not being cooperative because I made a simple request. You hit a button, someone else answers the phone.
I'm
And
just trying to make it clear so when my supervisor asks what the complaint is.
good
I'm trying to-
citizen. I will speak to your police officer about my inquiries and my issues moving forward.
Well, let me put you on hold.
I would love to wait on hold. Thanks for beating citizens today.
So this guy, Officer Lane, is the same officer that I spoke with when I went in to file a criminal complaint against Terry.
Yeah.
Terry DeGilio. Yeah, and he right away he started bringing up his CRS that they have that says we can't record.
Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm still on hold. This whole
You're on hold.
is very low.
So yeah, he brought up right away that fake CRS that we can't record in the police station lobby, and had to call a sergeant out to talk to us and everything else, and saying we couldn't record in there.
Officer
So,
Lame.
Officer Lane.
Lame.
Officer Lane.
Lame Lane.
So.
Ooh, country music.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yeah, no, he's not happy, Uncle Fester. I have a feeling we could be waiting on hold for a minute. I am going to look up the reviews now. Let's see if we have a updated review. Oh,
Yeah,
they're
down
down
to 2.8.
2.8. Let's see.
Pink Taco.
Officers are very.
Samaritan.
No, it's not Samaritan. You've misidentified me. My last name is Citizen, not Samaritan.
Citizen, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, I apologize about that.
It's all right. Is
I
this
do
the
not have a
supervisor?
I do not have a supervisor in the station that can come talk to you at this point in time. You can try and do is call back later, or you can call down to our headquarters and talk to internal affairs.
Oh, sweet. So, well, that actually led to my next question. So if I, obviously pigs are the most invasive species in America. And if I should probably call animal control, right? If I have a complaint against a pig, would that be the best people to deal with pigs as animal control or what?
Sir, I'm not going to take your insults. If there's something I can help you with, I'll help you, but you don't have to insult me.
I mean, well, I kind of do. You're Lame Lane. You're the guy that told someone they couldn't film in the police department, right? There he goes.
Oh man. Well, let's call him back in a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna table that for now. I mean, maybe I should call a different department and see if they handle the situation any better, because I feel like I started off very polite.
Well, let's call the jail and find out what he's been charged with.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great point. Let me rattle these reviews off real quick because people are leaving reviews. 2.8. This is the the Denver Police Department, District 6. I will do the newest ones first. Someone named Accountability for All said, "Stop letting your officers hurt homeless people." I agree. Whoever that guy is a hero. Pink Taco, officers are very rude and need to learn the law. I am a handicapped person and the officers touched my Peter from being black in public. Oh my God. Adrian says, the video that keeps surfacing from this department are disgusting at best. First of all, who do they think they work for? I'm amazed at the idiocy coming from those we hire to police for us. Earn the hate as usual. Jack Off Jack says, complete tyrants beating the homeless is not public outreach. No, that's not. They outreached for him to place him in a rear naked chokehold. And then we have the ones from a month ago. So we only have 3 new reviews right now. And you guys, sorry, I missed some. 2.7. It's hard to keep up with this game. Zyke Patrick says, serial rights violators. Janelle says Denver police love to assault homeless and disable. What cowards. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to play back the video for everyone because there's a lot of new folks in here that haven't seen it. I'm going to play back the video for you to see it. I'm going to fast forward just a second, and then DMA, myself, and Heather are going to do what we do, which is be awesome.
They broke my tripod. I can't use my other tripod. I'm using my backup stand. Hi. How's it going? Both of you motherfuckers talk to me, and I'll be having a better day. What are you fucking doing? Come over here right now. In the camera.
You're not in charge.
You know what?
You're not in charge.
I'm more in charge than you fucking think I am, all right? What's your name?
Duran, what's your
charge?
You get it.
I'll give you my name and you give me your name on a card right now. Same offer goes to you. Yeah, Birkin. Hey, you want to know my name, or are you going to use him as an intermediary because you're a bitch?
Pretty intimidated. Are you done?
Good. Yeah, whatever, man.
Are you done?
Are you in charge?
Yes.
I want the fucking ID before we begin. Right now. Get your fucking cards out. I want a business card. You're asking me questions, Birkin. You're threatening me. You make me feel scared for my fucking life. Give me your card. You make me feel scared for my life. I want your fucking card. Tell me your name. Duran. We have Duran and Birkin.
With the U. Tell us why we're here.
B-U-R-K-I-N. Yeah, I'm fucking illiterate. Your identity.
So you can tell us what's going on? Why are we here?
I need your fucking. Do they take your brains out in the fucking academy?
Are you done?
That's what it is. They take their brains out in the fucking academy, people. They take their fucking brains out and they put dog fucking brains in there. Yeah, so I was assaulted here tonight, and I want to file formal fucking complaint. So Pete is walking right now. That's not true. That's not true at all, you fucking piece of shit. When did you speak to me for 2 minutes, Brendan? To know that.
You're not even speaking to us. You're yelling at us. You're musical.
You're
on the street. You want to
give me your fucking ID now.
You're not in charge.
We're not talking then. I'll catch you later.
No.
Yeah, I fucking will. This will not be the last. I'm gonna fucking walk over here. I'm gonna fucking walk over here. Don't touch me, motherfuckers. Don't fucking touch me.
Come up on me.
That's right. I'm gonna walk wherever the fuck I want, motherfuckers.
Back off.
You know what?
Back off. You
They
don't
just assaulted.
come up on me.
That's right. Fuck. I'm on motherfuckers.
Back off.
You know what?
Back off. You
They
don't
just. I'm on motherfuckers.
back off.
You know what?
Back off. You
They,
don't
I'm on motherfuckers.
back off.
You know what?
Back off. You
They
don't
just assaulted a disabled person. Ow. Why are you doing this, Duran? Stop.
keep on coming at us with your arms up, dude. You're done.
I never meant no harm to you, Bert.
No, you just want to act like an ass and come at me like that? No, you're done.
Very
Well, there you have it, people. The officer just gave his probable cause. He said because he wanted to act like an ass. That's why that happened, which is understandable. He acted like an ass and the cop didn't like it. So, I mean, I, in the same situation, think that, this cop handled it 100% right. You have a citizen doing something that you don't agree with. So, you assault them. I want to just leave that right there. We'll just leave that right there. So as we talk, you can see what happened. DMA, what do we do next? Do we call another precinct and see how they should handle it? Or should we call Adult Protective Services? What should we do?
I think, I'd like to call the jail and see what he actually got
Oh,
charged
that's right.
with.
Excuse me. That's right. That's right. Oh, Friends in Code, thank you so much. Hey, guys, I really appreciate the super chats. And of course, I can always use the help. But in this situation, the gentleman that we're featuring is homeless. He doesn't have a place to stay. So if you'd like, you could send, any support to him. Friends in Code, I really appreciate that. And everyone subscribe to Friends in Code, because when any activist goes down in the field and something happens, he's normally one of the first people to start doing it. And getting on top of it. So what's the name of the jail, DMA?
It's probably going to be the city jail, Denver City Jail. I think that's the name of it. Here, I can look it up.
All right, I'm going to call them right now. We do have some, I guess, new reviews, and we're going to call the Jail Now people. We have some new reviews. I'll check those real quick because I have to access Google anyways to find the Denver City Jail. So let's see what we're at
it's
now.
not the county jail. There's the city jail and the county jail.
Oh, look at this. They're at 2.5 DMA. Jeffrey says, accountability for all sent me. Stop beating homeless people. This isn't the comment section, Jeff. Terry says, serving the shit out of people. Shame on you. Rich says, with protectors like District 6, who needs enemies? Pick on someone your own size. Leave the homeless alone. Firm Audit says, what does throwing a homeless person on the ground do? Worst police department I've ever seen. Zyke says, serial rights violators. And then we have the ones that we've already seen. So let us look up Denver City Jail.
I think I put it in the private chat.
You did?
Yeah.
That'll actually make it easier. Oh, okay. Perfect. Wonderful. And this is great because now I can put the picture of him being assaulted back up on screen. I think people should see that. Just so, you know, you could put a name to a face, and the face is getting the shit beat out of it by a police officer. So, yeah.
And then he was getting even more beat right before they turned the stream off too.
Yeah, that,
he was yelling, and so we don't even know what transpired after that.
And this is the number where, okay, I got it. All right. So here I'm going to call them. Now DMA, did you want to take the call?
Sure, I can take it. Well, I don't know his name and stuff. You want to throw it in the chat?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me make sure I have the spelling right, actually.
So
I know
you're
the
going to have
name
to, why don't you do it? Because that way you can be in control of the mute and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because then I'll have to like look for your cue.
I got it. All right, perfect. So, yeah, let's give them a call.
And I just, I've known about Amazing Audits, but I just recently saw his video where that he went back to Belmar Library to do a follow-up, and the new supervisor there, Beth, was following him around and called the police on him and had the police bully him out of there. And that was infuriating to me because I've already had huge problems with Belmar Library. So we went back there, Sweet Tea and I, just recently. We just published that video a couple of days ago. So check that one out to you guys, and check out his version of the Belmar Library video.
The link I just put out, I'm sorry, the link I just put out is for Roscon only people. And I'm going to write, actually, as soon as the call is over, remind me, DMA, and we'll just put it up. Because you just went back, you went there because he went there and what they did to him, right?
Exactly.
All right, well, here we go. It's ringing.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Denver Sheriff's Department. Please listen carefully to the following, as our menu options have changed. You may also visit our website at www.denvergov.org/sheriff for additional information. Press 1 for inmate information, or visit www.
I might press 1, but I want to make sure he's an inmate first.
.org/inmate search. Press 2 for bond amount and bond process. Press 3 for the civil division. Press 4 for the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse County Court, or visit www.denvercountycourt.org. Press 5 for visit information, or visit www.securistech.net. Press 6 for County Jail Deputy Information Desk.
We don't want that.
Press 7 for the Downtown Detention Center
That's
Deputy
it, right?
Information Desk.
Yeah.
Press 8 for the Vehicle Impound Facility.
And it could be, this is the city. This is the county jail, the downtown county jail. And there's also a city jail down there too. So I don't know which one they took him to.
Denver City Jail, what can I help you?
Oh, perfect. This is the Denver City Jail. What's your name, please? Perfect. So I'm just checking to see if an inmate has been booked by you guys. His name I was trying to. He just got the cops just beat him up for no reason, so he should be battered and bruised to you guys by now.
When was he arrested? Just like recently?
Yeah, within the past hour and a half. Yes.
No, he's not here yet. So he might be still with DPD. So just call back later to see if they bring him.
Okay. Any idea how long it normally takes to get from there to your facility?
It's a case by case.
Okay.
Usually they take him to Denver House first, and then just to check to make sure they're okay before they bring him over here. So.
Okay. And do you normally get a lot of people showing up to the jail with bruises all beat up from the Denver cops? Is that like a normal thing or not that much?
It's not a normal thing.
It's not a normal thing. All right, perfect. And like I mentioned, I recorded this call for my purposes because I will be doing records request. Hopefully, once we confirm that he gets down there, if you do see him show up and he's all beat up, can you do me a favor and make sure an ambulance looks in on him?
Yeah, before we get anybody here, they usually get checked by ambulance.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll do that.
Bye. No reason to really give him the business because he was relatively nice. Who's CTP? Is that a channel?
I don't know who CTP is.
What's his name? Pikes Accountability.
Pikes Peak?
CTP. He said CTP has it handled. He's familiar with their system. Well, that's all right. I'm live and I'm gonna do my thing. We have someone. I have the Denver spokesperson up here anyways. I mean, he's pretty much one of the best activists I've ever seen ever in the country. So, we got to thank you. What do we do now?
Well, we want to call District 4?
I mean, I think that would be helpful. Maybe they do things a little bit differently. Oh, Adult Protective Services. Is that like a thing?
I saw that in the chat. I've never heard of it.
I'm going to put Denver Adult Protective Services, Colorado Department of Health. They have a 1-800 number. Let me see if they have anything else. Suspect adult mistreatment or self-neglect. Yes, actually, that is correct. I don't suspect. I've seen it. It is perfect. They have numbers. So APS, they have 2 numbers here. So good call. Let me write both of these down. Good call, Liz. Oh, that's a different county. Okay, let's give him a call. This is the Colorado Department of Health Adult Protective Services. So we're going to call their intake officer and let them know what happened.
Thank you for calling the Denver Department of Human Services Adult Protective Services Intake Hotline. Our regular business hours are 8 to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you are calling during this time, please leave a brief message with your name, callback number, and a brief summary of the reason for your call, and someone will return your call promptly. If you are a mandatory reporter, calling to report concerns regarding mistreatment of an adult at risk over the age of 70 or diagnosed with an intellectual or developmental disability, please hang up and contact Denver Police Non-Emergency Line at 720-913-2000 to file your report. If this is an after-hours Adult Protective Services emergency, please contact our on-call after-hours staff person at 303-601-5669. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press.
I don't think we're going to get much help there. All right. Call District 4. Let's call District 4.
District 4 is the second worst in the whole city. District 6 is the worst.
I wonder if they're civil police as well. They're not, by the way. These guys are not civil police. They're just a regular they're a regular police department. So not a civil police department. I don't know if that's any different.
Wonder if Samora will answer.
Well, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain to them that I need a cop to go investigate this cop, because when, cops investigate cops, that's how it works. Maybe they can help us. I really hate these guys, like, when they do shit like this. I mean, especially like low-hanging fruit. They're going after a homeless guy that's going through some shit. I mean, there's no come up on that.
Did he tell them he was homeless before he started? Before it all started?
They know he's homeless. He lives on the street and he streams all day in downtown, and he goes to
I
Jane's
know.
Kitchen.
I know, we know, but do they know?
I don't know if these specific cops do, but he told them several times before he was assaulted that he was disabled.
Oh, I didn't hear it till he was on the ground that you just assaulted a disabled person.
Yeah, no, he says it right in the beginning of the video. This is how you treat a disabled person. Hold on, all right, so I'm going to call them. Welcome, Ross. Everyone subscribe to Ross Cohen.
Hey, Ross.
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing?
County of Denver's Department of Safety Communications Division. If you have an emergency, hang up and dial 911. Para instrucciones en español, oprime uno. Due to staffing and other limitations, you may experience a wait. Please reserve 911 for life safety or emergency purposes only.
I'm not calling
Many
911. I'm calling the regular
issues
number.
can be reported quickly online. To report certain types of crimes or incidents with no suspect information, such as damaged property, theft from motor vehicle, or others that are not currently happening, go to denvergov.org/police and select Report Crime Now. To report concerns to the city, such as abandoned vehicles, illegal dumping, encampments, or trash collection, go to denvergov.org/pocketgov. Select Report a Problem, and then select the proper category, or report this to 311. Please listen carefully to all menu options. If you need police to respond to your location for a non-emergency incident, press 2. For Denver 311, press 3. To obtain copies of accident reports, offense reports, or case numbers, press 4. Denver police records can also be reached at 720-913-6755. For the Denver Animal Shelter, press 5. For Denver Animal Protection Dispatch, press 6. For the Vehicle Impound Facility, dial 720.
Did they say it already?
650470.
I missed it if they
For the
did.
Abandoned Vehicle Hotline, press 7 and leave a message with the address, description, and license plate of the vehicle. You can also dial 720-865-0471. For inmate information, press 8 or dial 720-913-3600. You can also access this information online at
I thought maybe it might have been 5. Let me see.
You have reached Denver 311 after hours. If you have a police, fire, or medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
What is going on?
Regular hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Denver offers a range of services that can be completed
This is just
online.
311s. That's not what I
Access
need.
online services.
I'm going to call back that same number and just press 0. This is fucking ridiculous.
You have
It's
reached
the 2000 number, right?
Safety Communications
Yeah.
Division.
Okay.
If you have an emergency, hang up and dial 9.
I should have pressed 0 to begin with. I'm a moron.
You have reached the non-emergency number for Denver Communications. All call takers are currently busy. If you have a life or death emergency...
Dude, you're getting robbed. I don't care what happens. They're crossing state lines right now. Imagine like calling the police and then being on hold for 7 minutes. Right?
Yeah. It's totally inefficient.
But you called the non-emergency number.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point, Ross.
You're
Oh,
just impatient right now.
I can't take it.
You have reached the non-emergency number for Denver.
It just rang.
All call takers are currently busy. If you have a life or death emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Fuck me in the gym shorts.
The next available call.
This is ridiculous. This is worse than the call center.
Yeah.
Todos los operadores están actualmente ocupados. En caso de una emergencia de vida o muerte, por
Let's just
favor,
pay attention.
marque 911. Si no, manténgase en la línea para el próximo operador disponible.
Oh, okay.
You have reached the non-emergency number for Denver Communications.
Terrible.
Are you
Terrible.
kidding me?
If you have a life or death emergency, please.
I wonder if they do this after. I don't know if you can call them past 5 o'clock. They closed.
Available call taker.
Well, it's 7 your time they're closed.
Yeah, 7 my time.
It's
But I'm saying it. What if they close at 5? Because we've actually had this issue where we tried to call past 5 and it just does this. We can't get through. You could try District 3 or 5.
Yeah, I need help. I mean, I'm more than just from them. I need help.
Or let's call. I wonder if headquarters would be open. You wanted me to give you District 3's number?
That's who we just called, isn't it?
I thought we called District 4.
Send me 3. Yeah. Send me
Okay.
3. Yeah.
There you go.
And Ross, I understand it was a non-emergency number, but 911 has 3 numbers. What if you save the police department regular number to your speed dial? Then you're only hitting 1 number. So you feel like you can get a hold of them 3 times as fast, and then boom, you're dead. So
I don't call the cops. I don't call the cops.
That's true.
Mic
You're
drop.
you're not chilly, so that makes sense. Here we go. So now this is District 3. I can't believe like they didn't answer. Maybe I would have to assume they would be available.
Is my mic too loud?
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
Let's try this again.
The Denver Police Department District Substation is closed from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you need emergency assistance, please call
open.
911. If you need non-emergency
What time is it there?
It's 7.
Call 720.
Didn't they say 6?
They said 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
An officer is expecting you.
No, they're only open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
The DPD
I thought they said we're closed from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
of not in progress calls.
I think they just fucked up.
www.denvergov.org.
I'm gonna call back, speak to that supervisor. We're gonna call the original one.
Let's call back and talk to Lane.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Lame Lane.
Lame.
Ask them about preventing us from recording in there too, because of their fake law.
So this is 6 now, right?
Yeah, 6.
All right.
Well, 6 answers.
Yeah, I do. They're
The
gonna
only
answer
ones.
Denver Police District 6, Officer Lane, how can I help you?
Hey, Officer Lane, it's your really good friend, good citizen, calling back to speak to one of your stupid advisors.
Oh, Mr. Citizen, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you today, or this afternoon, or evening, as it were, in Denver?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking.
My pleasure. I felt like we could probably get along better and be better friends even though I'm very frustrated with those pigs that beat up that homeless guy, you didn't beat up that homeless guy. So, you didn't say you wouldn't, but you didn't actually do it. So I was thinking maybe we could restart. Again, I'm recording this call. How long, when someone is arrested, does it normally take for them to be transferred to the jail?
Oh, there's a lot of variables in there, so I don't have an exact number for you.
Would the severity of his injuries from the police be a variable?
I would say anything's a factor.
Okay. Is he with you right now? I can give you his name.
No, no one's with me.
Well, no, not with you. Oh, I'm with you right now. We're hanging out. But like, is not physically with you. I mean, is he locked up in one of your cages downstairs?
No, sir. Anybody that we arrest would be taken to the Denver Sheriff's Department, and the Denver Sheriffs would take custody of that individual. So that's out of our hands.
Okay. Can you
We're down at 490 West Colfax.
I got that. Do you know, is Officer Birkin is out of your department, right? Birkin?
Yeah, he's a Denver police officer.
So, do you know how long he's been assaulting people? Is this a new occurrence, a one-time thing? Has it been going on for a while?
I'm unaware of any situations.
Have you seen the video yet that I told you about?
I have not.
Lane, we were doing so good, and we were both doing so well together. No, it's just like you're a police officer, and I'm telling you that there's a video that shows an evidence of a crime, and I know that you must be a good cop, right? And if you saw a cop doing the wrong thing, then you would do the right thing and try and remedy the situation. And I told you about a video where you can watch. I mean, you can go out and arrest Birkin if you see it and find that you both have reasonable articulable suspicion and probable cause that he was in the commission of both a felony and a misdemeanor under Colorado state law. You could go arrest him.
I understand. But part of my problem that I have here working a desk is I have people coming in to talk to me to make reports, and I have people calling on the phone that want to do reports over the phone. So they've been kind of keeping me busy down here, and I haven't had a chance to do further investigation on YouTube yet.
Okay, how many of those people were beat up?
They came into the
Yes, since we last spoke.
None that I'm aware of.
All right, so then don't you think that, people just coming in would kind of be put at, now, if you had someone that came in that wanted to report their bicycle being stolen and you had someone come in all battered and bruised saying that they were just assaulted, I assume you would take them first over the missing property, right? That would be a priority?
I'll handle whatever situation I have at the time correctly, to the best of my ability. How about that?
All right, perfect. And I think that to the best of your ability, that it's clear that a assault and battery, a felony battery would outweigh in importance
Were you the one that was assaulted?
I think, you know what? I think the entirety of We the People had our faith in America and the police system assaulted watching that one. I was not physically battered. I felt just as bad as this guy must have hit watching him hit the ground. I mean, this guy hit the Officer Birkin hit this guy probably harder than he hit his dog. If he did, I don't know if he has. I'm not saying he has. I'm just saying that 40% of police officers took a nationwide blind poll.
Nobody hits their dog.
Well, did you know, Officer Lane, that 40% of police officers in a nationwide blind poll given to current active law enforcement professionals have engaged in domestic battery?
I am unaware of any statistics.
Do you have an email address? I can send you the statistics.
No.
If you're interested. Okay, no, it's understandable. Do you know how many people were killed last year by police officers?
I do not know that number.
1,500. Do you know how many police officers were killed last year by people in the line of duty?
I do not know that number.
44.
44.
Yeah, it sounds so.
Can I put you on hold? I have someone that walked in.
Well, it's pretty much like for every cop that gets hurt, they go out and kill 100 people. It's pretty much like the statistics. What do you think about that? I'm on hold.
He's like, can I put you on hold? He feels like he has somebody more important. That's a bunch of bullshit.
You see that trap though? Like if you had someone come in, like I trapped him. I was like, oh, you don't want to handle the assault? Well, if someone came in with a missing piece of property and an assault, who would you deal with first? He can't say I'd deal with the assault first because he'd be contradicting himself. He can't just, oh, thank you, Gur. He can't just own up and say, I fucked up. Like, and you're right, Uncle Fester, you don't care. But, we're playing along here. Let me go back and check and see where they're at. I'm going to go back to District 6 here.
Did he have an interaction with them prior to the T-Mobile?
With those officers, I don't know. The recording.
Or I mean, inside T-Mobile. Was there something going on with him inside T-Mobile?
Yes, he alleges that he was punched in the face by the T-Mobile employee. He does indicate when he's recounting what happened, he goes, "I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I did something wrong, but I didn't do anything to deserve that." So, in full transparency, I don't know what he's referring to, but he definitely didn't do anything wrong enough to deserve this. We'll go. I'll share the screen so y'all can see the reviews because they're at a 2.4. Would they start at a 4.0?
Yeah, I think it was a 3-1 to 3-2.
Was it a 3.1?
Yeah.
While we're waiting on hold for Lane, who is now my best friend.
I also have some sergeants in District 6, their personal cell phone numbers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Jack gives 1 star. Michael Patrick says, I've seen multiple videos of this department that is self-proclaimed professional. However, many videos show just the opposite. Assaulting, terrorizing, falsely arresting people is intolerable, especially when they've done nothing wrong. Exercising your rights isn't a crime. Department needs a serious cleanup with new, properly trained officers. Greet 'em and beat 'em. Latest video AFA sent me. Then Accountability for All sent me. Maybe we'll ask Lane when he picks up what he thinks of these here reviews. Because he serves the people. I'll start off by saying, who do you serve? The people? He's going to say, yeah. And I'm going to say, do you care what the people think? Beyond me? And he's going to say, of course. Like, all right,
Do you have
what people think.
Do you have yourself muted on your phone while you're waiting for him to pick back up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Denver police, hard at work. Corrupt.
Listen, I'm kind of a devil's advocate on this one, you guys. I'm not a cop lover, nor am I a cop hater, but I do not like cops that do bad things. Again, I'm not a cop lover. I'm not a cop hater. I just believe in what's right, and I don't believe in what's wrong, and that's always subjective. But do you guys think that the situation was escalating in that video?
I think that, all right, so what I will say is Amazing Audits did not break the law.
No, he did not.
So did he have the right to do what he did? Absolutely. The police officer is the one that is sworn to protect the public, and I don't think Amazing Audits handled himself well. I think he made the situation way extra, but that's his right to make it extra however he chooses.
It is, but we all know that cops also practice de-escalation. And that's I actually feel that that's what they did. I feel that they de-escalated him. I'd be curious to know what the charges.
They de-escalated him to the ground is what they did.
That's right. And actually, that is part of a de-escalation tactic, and it is legal for the cops to do that.
Hold on. Yes, I am, Lane. Thanks for keeping me on hold, man. I appreciate it. I know you're pretty busy over there, and we obviously have a newfound affinity for each other. So I appreciate you taking the time to pick the call back up.
Yes, sir.
Do you enjoy your job being a police officer?
I do.
And do you do your job because, say, to serve the public, to help people? What is the reason that you love being a police officer?
Oh, that's a hard question to answer.
I mean, I guess if you could round it up, I guess the static answer is normally to help people, to serve the community, to help people.
I mean, that's definitely part of it. It is nice to be there for someone during which might be one of their hardest days or a tough day for them when someone's having a hard time, give them some reassurance and help people out. I had officers help me out when I was younger, and I really appreciate what they did for me and my family. So it's, I guess, kind of come full circle.
Yeah, so it's been a long time thing. So I mean, it seems that you care about what you do, and obviously, you must care what people think, right? Maybe not personally about you, because I could give a shit what people think about me because I am an asshole, so I don't have to worry about what they think. But as a police officer, you must care what the people have to say, right? In totality.
Well, so I'm kind of in the same sense as you, where I don't care what people think. But I do my best to make sure that when I wear this uniform, it's not just, it's not people think about me, it's people think about my profession and my department.
Right. Well, I think that is a good answer because, you're kind of caught in a catch-22, right? Because you don't really give a shit what people think about you personally, but once you put on the badge, you have qualified immunity, you're an employee of the people. So then you kind of have to turn on the I care what people think button as long as it's relative to your position. So I just wanted to let you know what people think. I mean, because I think before this video, you guys are at like a 3.1 on reviews in Google, and there's just a few short things. Now it's a 2.4, but Michael says, I've seen multiple videos of this department that is self-proclaimed professional. However, many videos show just the opposite and assaulting, terrorizing, falsely arresting people. It's intolerable, especially when they have done nothing wrong. Exercising your rights isn't a crime. Department needs a serious cleanup with properly trained officers. Mitchell says, greet him and beat him. Latest video AFA sent me. Jeffrey says, accountability sent me, stop eating homeless people. Terry says, serving the shit out of people, shame on you. Richard, and I will read a good one once it comes up. I'm not just selecting bad ones. And I've actually skipped over ones that didn't have a comment, but just left 1 star. Rich says, with protectors like District 6, who needs enemies? Pick on someone your own size, leave the homeless alone. James says, what does throwing a homeless person to the ground do? Worst police department I've seen. Zyke says, serial rights violators. Janelle says, Denver police love to assault the homeless and disabled. Pink Taco, I don't know if this is a serious one, but says, officers are very rude and need to learn the law. I am a handicapped person, and the officers touched my Peter for being black in public. I don't know if that's a valid one. But still, the public. The videos that keep surfacing from this department are disrupting at best. First of all, who do they think they work for? I'm amazed at the idiocy coming from those we hire to police for us, earning the hate as usual. I can keep going if you want. I figured I'd just read till we got to a positive comment, but I've read like 8 and there hasn't been one yet. Can I keep going?
No, I feel like that. I feel like you're making a point.
Like I summarized it a little bit for you?
You did.
I want you guys to do well,
when
man.
Someone has a positive outcome, I feel like it's kind of rare that someone leaves a good comment, but when someone has a negative interaction, it definitely has more motivation to want to.
Well, don't get it twisted, man. You do have high positive comments on here. I mean, I'm going to scroll down to your most recent positive comment, and I get what you're saying. Sometimes bad things get more attention where good things should, and I do agree with you there. Whenever I have a good interaction with a police officer, I make it public, and I give them a public citation, as well as I would give a bad cop a complaint. I mean, I have almost 1,000 videos. Unfortunately, I only have just under 40 good interactions with police officers. So I think that's maybe something to do with training and profession, but I mean, I'm still scrolling down to 2 months ago and I haven't found one over 1 star. I just want to read one. Oh, here's one positive one. So 10 months ago was your last positive review. And Jada says, Officer Singapuri was amazing with my assault case. He was kind, he was helpful, and he listened to everything I had to say and listened with detail. I just moved here a few months ago, and having to report being attacked shortly after moving here was traumatizing, but it was handled well. Right before that, Officer Lane, another 5-star review. Right before that, another 5-star review.
So I can hear that.
Here.
I'll put you on hold for 1 second. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, where are you going? We're having fun. I'm on mute again. The point I wanted to make to him is his only decent reviews were just over a year ago. So if in the past year, everything someone says is negative, maybe they need to do some training.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Definitely in need of retraining, that's for sure.
Well, police across the nation are all over, but probably Denver. There's a few cities that specifically could use it. Chicago, LA. But yeah, I think police across the nation need it.
Yeah,
all of them.
I agree. It's probably changed since I don't have to keep it up because I know like what my point is by saying this is that they're 2.4. And they'll delete them by tomorrow. The Southbridge Police Department took their bad reviews down twice, and now we had to hit them. Well, I mean, expose them Let's Southbridge Police Department. Here we go.
Yeah, District 3, they take theirs down too.
1.4. So after people repeatedly redressing their grievances, they stayed right there. You know, they can't shake that. And these are the civil police.
Amy Dennison in chat wants you to read her review, or his. I apologize. I'm not sure. I'm thinking girl.
It's on their page.
Yes, it says please read my review.
What's the name?
AMMY Dennison. AMMY Dennison.
Are you still there?
I am here, Officer Lane. Yes, thank you.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I was just trying to.
Your patience.
No, I appreciate yours. I was just trying to summarize that you do have a slew, like Officer Singapore, a slew of positive reviews, but they're from over until 10 months ago was the soonest one. And then over there, a year to 4 years respectively. And I think like what that would tell any normal person is that up to 10 months ago, people thought you guys were doing a kick-ass job and they loved the way that you dealt with them and they loved the way that you helped them and they were really pulling for you. I understand with what's happened in America and post George Floyd that people's dislike for the police is heightened anyway. So there's extra scrutiny there. But I mean, I think even before that, it's pretty clear that people aren't, thrilled with the service and what's with, your specific district's actions. So what do you think we can do to, kind of remedy the situation, get people feeling better about your officers and to, try and bridge a gap? How do you think we can do that?
Well, I guess my hope and goal would be one person at a time, and hopefully by me doing the best that I can do and making all the right choices, hopefully I can start making a positive impact when I go out there on calls, and when my fellow officers see my positive interactions making something better for the community, that will have a eye-opening effect, so it can trickle down, and other officers can be like, "Man, that's the right way to handle it. I should do it that way too."
So I mean, I think we kind of started off in the first call a little abrasively. So I mean, I think that you would, right? I think for all intents and purposes, you're saying if you've seen a cop doing something wrong and you've seen someone getting hurt, then if you're saying that you'd want to be a role model, you'd step in and do the right thing, and you make a point to say that you want to help one person at a time. Well, we can start right now with a person by the name. Who goes by the YouTube name of Amazing Audits. This is a homeless person in your city that fights disability, that is going through a very tough time. I think America for everyone is a super tough time right now with the financial crisis and everything health-wise that we've been going through. And people on the street that are homeless are getting hit the worst. Officer Lane, he does not wake up in a place like yours where he can make coffee and go in the fridge and pull out his food. He has to go to Janet's soup kitchen every day. He has to rely on the kindness of others. And I don't think this situation is any different. I think, Officer Lane, that is relying on your kindness. So I would ask you as a human, and I won't yell at you, if when you get a chance, and I am asking as a human being, saying I think this is pretty egregious, if you could go to Amazing Audits and look up the most recent video, or you can go to my channel, Accountability for All. I'm live right now. I have 20 million views and 84,000 subscribers. I'm doing something on this. I think that's one person that you could start with, because I would say the homeless are the most vulnerable members, besides the elderly and children, of our society that could really use help. And I would like to thank you for staying on the line. I don't think I've ever had a cop stay on the line for 5 minutes, and I'm treating you with respect because you're treating me with respect. And I see a light within you where I feel like, I'm not against police, man. I'm against bad cops, and I've just seen so many of them because this is what I do for a living. But I don't think we can't get rid of all cops, right? Because then who's going to hold the bad ones accountable? We need the good ones. And I feel a good one within inside of you. And I would just ask if you could, do you think that maybe within the next foreseeable future, when you have a second, you can take a look at that video?
I will do my best.
All right. What's the channel name that I told you?
I'm sorry. So the anonymous auditor or auditors? No, anonymous auditors.
No. It's so you would have had trouble finding it. That makes me feel a little bit
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
I'm
let you down.
peeved. So it's Amazing Audits is the channel name.
Amazing audit.
Amazing Audits, yeah, the channel name. And when you go to Amazing Audits, the video is called Attacked Inside T-Mobile for Nothing. So you'll just
If I put that in YouTube, that'll pop up.
Yes. So what you'll do is you'll go to Amazing Audits, and then when you get to his channel, you're going to click his channel, and then you're going to click the little sidebar that says videos, and then you can. In fact, if you got something, can you watch something right now? Do you have a device you can watch something on? Let me put it up on the screen for you. We got a whole bunch of people watching live. I think you're doing a great job, man. I'll put it up on the screen. No, all right. Well, yeah, so it's called Amazing Audits, and the video is called I Just Attacked Inside T-Mobile for Nothing.
Attack inside T-Mobile for nothing.
Yeah. Do you have an email address, actually? I'll mute it so no one hears your email address, and I'll email it directly to you. So that way you don't have to go find it.
No, I think I wrote the information down this time.
Okay. All right.
And with the instructions for YouTube, I think that'll pop right up.
Yeah. Click on the channel, then click videos, not home, and it'll be right there. First video.
Okay.
All right.
I'll watch it before I leave work tonight.
Thanks, Officer Lane. Anyone else in the panel have questions for him? Denver Metro? Anyone else have questions for Officer Lane?
Yeah, Officer Lane, I got a question. Have you guys removed those signs, the CRS 18-9-117 yet? That says that people aren't allowed to record in the police station lobby, the unconstitutional ones?
No, those signs are still up in our lobby.
They're still up. Are you still enforcing that?
Yes, we are.
Wow.
Oh,
So I mean,
wow. Sorry.
I mean, when I was there, I mean, I went in there to file a criminal complaint because I got assaulted and battered in front of several police officers for about 20 minutes straight, and they didn't do anything. And I went in there to file a complaint, and of course, nothing's happened. No one's reached out to me, which is typical. But we were there, we were recording, and we told you guys that we weren't going to turn our cameras off. And then I explained to the sergeant, because he called the sergeant over there, and I said, you know, that law actually says not one word about recording in the lobby. And that it also contradicts 16-3-311, which states that a person has a right to lawfully record any incident involving a peace officer. And the sergeant let us stay. He said, okay, that's fine. You can stay here. So was he letting us break the law, or are those laws just invalid?
I am not familiar with that specific situation, so I can't comment on it.
So okay. Well, then I'll just ask you, since I was allowed to record, the sergeant did allow us to record in there. Was he allowing us to break the law?
Like I said, I wasn't part of that situation, so I can't comment on it.
Yeah, you were there. You were the one I was speaking to. I filed the report with you. Remember, you didn't want to let us record, and you called your sergeant, and the sergeant came out and talked to us. It was me and my friends, and then he said that you're allowed to record. It's fine. He wasn't going to press the issue.
I do not work the clerk desk down here very often. It's pretty rare, and I do not recall being down here with someone coming in recording and the sergeant being involved in it.
Okay.
Lane, quick question. You would have recognized him. He would have had a camera, and he's got a massive following worldwide. But is it illegal? Because I'm just hearing about this. Is it illegal? It's against a lot of film inside the police department.
I was advised by my supervisor and the signs that are inside our station that there is no video recording allowed in our station.
Okay, and is your station like a private station? Is it like or is it a public police station?
It's a substation for the Denver Police Department, so
it's public
station for District 6. Perfect.
So I mean, the First Amendment does afford you the right, like, to well, you know, actually, that brings me to a good question. Obviously, you can film anything that you see in public. There's no expectation of privacy in public, and the First Amendment grants any citizen that right. So, if there's a sign that says you can't film, what do you enforce, Officer Lane? Do you fulfill the First Amendment and their legal right to film inside the police station, or do you enforce the sign that says they can't engage in their rights?
When you put it that way, that's a tough question.
You know what? And I appreciate you answering it like that. And I guess what I would say to you is it really isn't that tough because, I mean, for example, if I put, and this is a drastic analogy, and I understand that, but like, you know, if you put up a sign that says it's legal to kick a dog on Tuesday, and then Tuesday rolls around, everyone's kicking a dog, you're still arresting that person for animal abuse. It's a law. It's animal cruelty. And because I put up a sign or a policy, that doesn't really change anything. And you know, you are one of the good eggs. You're a law enforcement officer and professional. And you know, that's what we want to try and bridge that gap. It is a tough question, but it shouldn't be a tough question to answer, because you and I know that if I was filming out, you know, on the sidewalk and I was filming a statue, you wouldn't come up and bother me. I'm filming in public, but the same applies to filming inside your police department. And just because you have a sign that you didn't put up, but that someone else put up saying that you can't do something, I mean, when you have to look within your heart, and you're not duty bound to follow illegal orders. I mean, you're not. So, I mean, I'm glad you answered it that way, but I'd like you to think about that question, because they are allowed to do it. And, you know, it's tough. Like, do I let them do what they're allowed by law and by the Constitution to do? Or do I follow the sign, the piece of paper that's put up on the wall? And I'm not sure when that paper was put up, maybe a couple of years ago, but, you know, there was a piece of paper that was put up almost 300 years ago that tens of thousands of brave men and women have fought and died for. And they fought and died to make sure their piece of paper always superseded yours. So can you look into trying to take care of that sign for me?
I will do my best to look into it, but I am the low man on the totem pole, but I will.
It only takes 3%, brother. That's all it takes. It's 3%, right? You be part of that 3%. Low man on the totem pole rises to the top. Victory is defined by the winners, and you only regret the battles that you don't fight. And I don't want you to regret, you know, it might just be you going to your supervisor and say, hey, listen, I have a question. You don't even have to rip it off or tell them. Just be like, I have a question. You know, there is a First Amendment, and people are allowed to film in public. This is a public station. The sign says they can't film. Is that legal? Like, you know, maybe just question. It's okay to question, you know, orders that don't make sense. And before I let you go, I just had a quick question. Like, I don't know how the police oath goes. I know that our servicemen and women defend our country from all enemies, foreign and domestic. But can you tell me what the oath you took was, or explain what the police officer's oath is, please?
No, I cannot explain that at this point in time.
Okay, so are you choosing not to, or you do not remember the oath you took?
I'm choosing not to.
Okay. Well, I think that, you know, you want to bridge a gap. You know what I mean? And you told me earlier that you want to help people, and, you know, you want to be a leader for other law enforcement and police officers. And I think that you have that capability and that star quality in you, because you've been on the phone with me now for 29 minutes, and I do appreciate it. You know, I wish you guys would honor your oath, or at least explain to us what it is. Help us understand that gap. We can't understand you if we don't know you. I know you know that it's legal to film in a police department, and you have a sign that says you can't film, and you're going to enforce that sign rather than, I mean, so like, I don't understand, like, do we pick and choose which parts of the oath applies? Are we cherry picking the Constitution? I want to bridge a gap, brother. I really do. So that's why I'm asking, you know, what the oath is about. What does it explain? What is the oath that you're taking?
I understand your concern there, and you make some very valid points. This can give me some time to watch how about you give me some time to watch the video, handle some business here at the station, and I will see what I can do about that sign in the recording video situation that we discussed.
Perfect. And then can I call you back in a little later to check up and see if you could pull up your oath, or maybe just break it down for me when you're not so busy?
You are free to do as you please, sir.
I'm free to do what I please. That's awesome. I love it. That's America, brother. So I can come in and film the police department?
No,
no, not that. Right, no, I get it. All right, Lane. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Got you there, didn't I?
You made me laugh and put a smile on my face.
Free country until I walk in the door of your police station. All right. Thanks, man. All right, you too. Caught him.
Yeah, he's
can
not gonna. I don't even think he's gonna watch the video. To be honest
No.
with you, he's definitely not gonna say anything about this time.
Can I weigh in on this a little bit, please? That's what I came up here for.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Ross.
I just want to say, I'm going to say a few things that some people are not going to like.
Sure.
There's a number of people in this chat that don't know who I am, and that's all right. It doesn't matter. But I will say that AFA knows I'm actually a staunch reporter of the cop watchers and auditors out there. I definitely support them. But the thing is when I was watching this video and listening, I felt a little bit different about it. And now that I'm here on the panel, I've had a chance to read the chat a little bit more. I wanted to say a couple of things. One of the things is, as far as him being disabled, when people are mentioning the homelessness and the fact that that he's homeless and he's disabled, that tells me that there are people with heart that are actually watching this. They have a heart, okay, that they're compassionate and that they're kind, and that's actually what I'm generally about. Those that know me. But here's the thing: being homeless does not negate somebody's. Does not mean that they don't have to, excuse me. It does not mean that they're not bound by the same laws as everybody else. Now, I'm not saying he broke a law, so just let me say, I don't want people to think that because he's homeless, he deserves different treatment, okay? Because he's homeless doesn't mean he deserves different treatment. We would hope that he would get it, but it doesn't mean he does. Also, the disability, the only thing with a disabled person in this country is disabled people there are laws that protect them from discrimination. Okay, there's things that protect disabled people from discrimination. But again, disabled people are bound by the same laws. Again, I'm not saying he broke a law. I just want to point out that homelessness and his disability is not necessarily a factor in this. Some people believe that the cops know he's disabled, knows that he's homeless. That's why I was asking if he had said it beforehand, okay? Nevertheless, homeless people and disabled people are bound by all the things that the rest of us, able-bodied people are, okay? Now, with that, what I wanted to say is, again, I'm not a cop lover. I'm not a cop hater. I just believe in what's right. And my right might be different than some others, but he does have the right to, practice free speech, which he was. Yelling loudly. We can yell as loud as we damn well please. We can yell. We can say as anything we damn well please in this country. Okay. We have free speech. But I look at this video a little bit differently as I was watching it, because I actually watched it back before I even came on panel. I watched it back again. And I just want to say I feel differently about the situation than others do, because again, speaking loudly, there's no problem with that. We have free speech. Saying motherfuckers, one of the first things he said to them when he came out of the store, again, we have free speech. But there was a point in time where he approached them, and as he approached them, he said, I'll come up over here. He said, I'll come up over here, okay, and actually approach them. And the smaller officer then, pushed his arm down. At the same time, at that time, the larger cop, the one that has a helmet on, said, back off. Back off happens to be the very first, back off is the very first level of, actually, officer present is the first level of force. The second level of force for an officer is verbalization. When the cop said back off, that essentially is a use of force. See, some people think use of force is shooting somebody in the back of the head, okay? Or shooting a man in the back that doesn't even have a gun. But actually, there are different uses of force. Officer presence, the first one. Verbalization is the second one. And the third use of force, everybody, is empty hand control. And that's what they did. They basically, as he approached, right there, they shoved him, okay? And when they shove somebody with empty hand control, they're able to do that to actually de-escalate a situation without causing gross negligent harm. So that's the thing. I feel differently about this. I don't feel like, that's why I said I'd really be curious to know what they charged him with. But, yes, he has free speech. He was yelling loudly. Who cares? I yell loudly sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we can yell loudly, we can say motherfucker like he did, you know. He had the right to do all of that stuff. But at the same time, again, I don't, it's not like I love cops or I hate cops. I don't like bad cops, but I didn't really see them do much wrong here.
So, Ross, you know I love you, and you support me, and one of the reasons that I love you is because you don't like bad cops. You're on both sides. You're in every part of every community, and I love you. But there's no way that for a second I imagine if you're a cadet, okay? Because you're saying this is de-escalation, an open hand shove. You're a cadet. You put on the fucking badge. You walk in for the first day, and they say, "All right, folks, I'm going to train you on de-escalation. Everyone, watch your screen. When you have an issue as a police officer and you want to de-escalate, this is what I want you to do right here." So you have a citizen out. He's got his hands up. He's not breaking the law, right? Well, it's getting kind of hairy. He's walking around.
Right there. Because now, listen, when he went up to them, he said, "I'll come up over here." He was escalating. So the smaller cop,
he's not breaking the law.
But no, he's not. But when that cop right there with the helmet said back off, and he kept going, they then used open hand to de-escalate. And I'll tell you what, listen. But the bottom line is guess what happened when they did this? Right there. Keep doing it. Right there. What happened? Do it again.
He almost broke his back.
Well, we want to say that. We want to say that.
He went flying 6 feet.
But the bottom line, what happened is they essentially did what they're trained for. They de-escalated the situation right there.
I believe you're right about that, Ross. They did what they're trained for, and they agree to disagree. All right, welcome to the police academy, folks. Here's how I want you to deal with citizens. This is a de-escalation drill. I mean, I think not. What happened, and this guy also said, Ross, is that you wanted to act like an ass. That's what happened. Bottom line is, even if our argument, Ross, is that that's acceptable use of force and the situation might have dictated, he didn't break the law. So we can't agree that it is acceptable use of force, but also that he didn't break the law, because to be able to exercise force, there needs to be, he didn't do anything to deserve any use of force at all, and it's completely illegal without a search warrant for this guy to.
Now, what they did was they de-escalated. See, when you de-escalate a situation, it doesn't have to be a physical situation. De-escalating does not. It doesn't have to involve a physical altercation to de-escalate.
Okay, so what I would like to do right now, because this brings up a good point,
See, even James Barnes usually loves me, but he's totally getting on me in chat. It's okay. I knew that a lot of people wouldn't like. I'm just actually weighing in on what I saw.
No, I love it, Ross, and this is.
I've seen a lot worse happen to the cop watchers and the auditors out there than this.
So I'm gonna reduce the playback speed. So as this is playing back, I can read the definition of de-escalate, Ross. Okay, let me read the definition of de-escalation. So Ross says that the officer is de-escalating. The definition of de-escalate is reduce the intensity of a conflict or potentially violent situation. So if the definition of de-escalating is to reduce the intensity and lower a violent situation, how would you use violence? You combat violence that could happen, that didn't happen yet, with violence that you're about to inflict?
Listen, the first use of force is officer presence. So the first thing to de-escalate would be, for any potential escalation, would be an officer's presence. The second use of force is verbalization. They give verbal commands. And the third one is empty hand control.
But could we agree that they didn't? So if the first de-escalation, you're saying de-escalation is the police arriving on a scene. That's the first point of de-escalation.
No, if there's an altercation, you know what I'm saying? I mean, anytime the police are called to a situation, there's a situation, whether it's a verbal situation or a physical situation. When the police
she's not a cop sucker. I will say that she's not a cop sucker. She's supported me for a very long time.
I love the cop watchers. I support them way more. I absolutely love them. I love what they do. I love our Constitution. I love people that get out there and fight for our rights. People that get out there and do things that maybe the rest of us don't want to get out there and do.
So I mean, combat, like, and de-escalation says is one technique that can be used when confronted with violent behavior. So, I mean, what do they do? Like that? That's my question here. Is that?
But you're looking at de-escalation in the terms of violence. Just de-escalation in itself can be a verbal situation.
I'm looking at a police officer blog, and it said de-escalation is a technique that can be used when confronted with violent behavior. So here's the thing, though. They're confronting violence that hasn't happened yet, that might happen yet, by inflicting immediate violence. I love you, Ross. I say that.
No, they did. They de-escalated what may have turned into it. Because listen, you know, I mean, honestly, I don't care how anybody looks at it. You know, we have freedom of speech, but normally, even with our freedom of speech, we don't go out practicing saying hello to our neighbors by saying, "Hey, motherfucker, what's up?" We don't scream it. We don't say motherfuckers, and we don't scream the entire time. Okay, I'm saying
Clinton, show me your face real quick, bud. Show me your face, Clinton. I can't see.
I've seen worse. There's been worse than this happen. I just don't. I don't see. I really, you know, I wouldn't like it happening to me, but you know, I wouldn't be doing that either.
Clinton, what do you say about the whole thing? What do you think here?
I have to say I totally disagree with what Ross is saying. He totally could have been injured with that shove. Without a doubt, there's been many civilians that have been shoved by the police, fell down, broke their necks, and ended up paralyzed.
But the key words you used are "he could have."
So it's only wrong. So what this officer did, Ross, in all intents and purposes, is only wrong if Amazing Auditor was injured. So that's
no, because I can guarantee you that even if he had broke his neck with that, let's say hypothetically speaking, he had broke his. Okay, what would happen is the cops would not be found guilty by any court or any grand jury, because they would see what they were doing is they were following level of force, officer present, verbal command, followed by empty hand control.
Let's do this. I love this, and I will drive it home. She's not a cop sucker. I love Ross Kahn. She is a very, very dear friend of mine, and I welcome this kind of talk and discussion, because it's not just activism, or it's everyone side. I disagree with.
Listen, and the bottom line is I'm willing to take all the hate and chat, because everybody knows I'm a lover. Everybody knows I'm a lover.
Let's have a kangaroo court. Fuck it.
I just came up here. I literally just came up here just to give a different side. You guys know how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving a different side for everybody else. That's all.
So let's have a kangaroo court. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone at home, everyone on panel, you know, I think that we have a panel of judges up here. You're in the Supreme DMAFA court right now. Speaking for the state is Ross Kahn. DMA, would you like to be the prosecutor? I mean, the defense attorney for the people?
Sure.
Because the prosecutor in this case, I don't think is the people. The chat can be the jury. So, Papa Chuck, I think you got a little bit of an echo on your end. Can you just drop down, make sure YouTube's closed out, and come right back up, brother?
Yeah, no worries, bro. Just 1 second here.
I'm just going to drop you down. Click that link, come right back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the court, court is in session. Honorable Judge AFA presiding. I would like to thank the juries for taking time out of their day today. We have a case of an egregious nature, and we need you to render your appeals. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have for the state of Colorado, allegedly Ross Kahn, and then we have the People's Defense Champion, DMA. Ross Kahn, opening statements.
No, thank you.
You're going to waive opening statements.
Okay. Yes, the state's going to waive opening statements.
Okay, state's going to waive opening statements. Okay, DMA opening statements for the defense.
Well, she already gave her opening statement with all the rest of for her conversation, but you know, right here where he gets pushed down, if you can rewind it right there, I don't think that Amazing Audits came up in any type of threatening way. He walked around. He was walking around him. He wasn't walking straight up to him, and he had his hands up in a non-threatening manner. See right here, he's not walking towards him. He's walking around him. The officer leans towards him. He initiates the force. There was no force needed right there. He's allowed to walk around him. There's no limit to how close he can get. That was not
Objection.
threatening at all.
Objection, Your Honor. If you listen,
as an attorney, you know that there's no objections in opening statements.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, I forgot we were.
Order in the court.
We also have to consider what he said.
I'm gonna hold you in contempt. You had your chance.
We have to consider what he said.
Counsel. I don't. Bailiffs. He's been muted. The bailiffs have muted her. I'm sorry, DMA. And no, we have to lodge formal objections. Okay. So DMA, continue, please.
I muted myself.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, can I have a rebuttal? Do I get a rebuttal?
No, you missed. Listen, you can't.
No, I want a rebuttal. I want to say that at first, when you watch the situation, at first he was standing back. They were
order on the court, disorderly.
They were all keeping their distance. Then he said, "I'll come up over there."
He's allowed to walk wherever he wants, though.
He is.
Order in the court. This is a kangaroo court, but there's only one kangaroo that's going to hop around with a baby in its pouch, and that is me. Ross Kahn, you may call your first witness to the stand or use any exhibits of evidence you should choose.
Let me see if I have any supporters in chat.
I can also rewind and play sound for any part of the video if you'd like me to do that as well. You can call into evidence certain exhibits.
Can I use my phone a friend?
You may, but we're going to have to. If you're giving up,
I'm just kidding.
She has a supporter, Johnny Bravo.
Yes, I'll mute. I'll let you guys talk about it. Let me mute. Everybody's tired of hearing me.
No, we have to go through with this thing. You're the prosecution. Would you like to call any evidence forward?
Wait, who am I prosecuting?
Well, your witness, James Barnes, says, "Let me shove you, Ross, for walking around me and see if you call it de-escalation." I don't know if DMA can use his objections at any point, but you can do whatever you want. You can have me rewind to a certain point of the video, play whatever you want. But you're not doing so hot.
Okay, hey, let me go ahead and take a different stance on this. I agree with everybody. This was absolutely fucked up. The guy's homeless. He's disabled. He should be protected. He should not be held or bound by what anybody else in society is held and bound by. And let them go ahead and, this is ridiculous. They never should have done that. Absolutely, positively not. There should be no order. There should be no control, control. I mean, it's horrible what we saw here. I mean, it's absolutely blasphemous almost. I mean, my Lord. I mean, my God. How is it in America today that a man can't be out there saying, motherfucker this, motherfucker that, and going ahead and throwing his hands up in the air and saying, now come on over to you, motherfucker, to the cops, and not expect to get your ass pushed to the ground? That's just, it's absolutely fucking wrong. I mean, I'm sorry, you guys. I agree.
Okay, so passive-aggressive prosecution testimony. I got it.
Defense, I've never seen a prosecutor perjure themselves.
Defense, DMA, your courtroom. You may call any witnesses, or we can review any exhibits of evidence that you'd like.
I agree that. So here's the thing: law does not equal morality. So just because something's legal doesn't mean that you should do it. But I also don't believe that because he was saying motherfucker and walking around that he should have force initiated on him, right? So that's the thing, is that I live by the non-aggression principle, which states that the only time that force is necessary is if somebody else initiates force on you. So in this situation, when he was not initiating force, regardless of whether he's saying motherfucker, he's allowed to do that. He has a lawful right to do that. He wasn't breaking the law. We've already gone over that he was not breaking the law. So therefore, the police are the aggressors in this situation. I don't think they were de-escalating anything. They escalated it.
You know what? We also don't like it in America. We don't like it when the cops walk up on us. When they walk up on us with their hand on their gun, and stuff like that, and they get into our personal space. I've seen a lot of times where people say, can you just step back a bit? Because the cops will have, they always have their hand on the gun Does somebody have their something on in the background? Because I don't. I've been fine all night. I hear a little bit of background there feedback.
I'm outside. You're probably hearing the highway.
Oh, okay. So anyways, but the thing is, I don't like it when the cops walk up on me, or well, not that they do, but on people. I've seen it a lot of times where they walk up on them. I mean, like right in their damn face and their hand on the gun and shit, and yeah, I've seen a lot of people say, can you just back off a bit? Can you back off a bit? But you know why we say, can you back off a bit? Because we don't want people in our personal space. Especially a cop with a gun.
I agree. But this Amazing Audit didn't have his hand on a gun. He didn't have any.
No, he didn't.
He had his hands
no,
up.
he didn't. It doesn't matter. Okay,
surrendering
let's
manner.
take the hand off the gun. Let's take the hand off the
Listen,
gun.
there will be order in this fucking court right here.
And also, I didn't see him get in the officer's face either. Like I said, he was walking around him. The police officer moved towards Amazing Audits.
Would you like to call into evidence the video?
Actually, I think it was the walking around them part is when they decided, and they're allowed to make a judgment. They're actually trained to make a judgment. I believe it was the walking around them part because he had kept his background. He had kept himself back. It was walking around them that they considered he was escalating at that time when he started walking around them.
Give me your fucking ID now. We're not talking. I'll catch you later. No. Yeah, I fucking will. You're so not gonna laugh. I'll fucking walk over here. I'll fucking walk over here.
Damn, there's the first assault.
Don't touch me, motherfucker. Don't fucking touch me. That's right. I'm gonna walk wherever the fuck I want, motherfucker. Back off. You know what? Back off. You know, they just motherfucker. Back off. That's right. I'm gonna walk wherever the fuck I want, motherfucker. Back off. You know what? Back off. You know.
That cop fucked up.
Looks a lot worse in slow motion, doesn't it, Ross? And we will be wrapping this trial up shortly because yeah, why are you deleting James Barnes' comments, Ross? You're tampering with the jury. What are you doing? Ross
you're muted.
She's in chat, fucking deleting messages from juror numbers. What did you do? You fucking jerk. That is jury tampering. If the defense was smart, they'd object to prosecutorial misconduct and ask for an immediate mistrial. I don't know if the defense will do that.
They're guilty of battery and assault.
Yeah, man, you're the defense, bud.
Oh, sorry. No comment, man.
It makes sense because defense attorneys usually suck anyways. Does anyone else want to step in and ask and do an objection for the defense since he's out of it? Okay, fuck it. I will object to myself. I will object for myself. Your Honor, objection, prosecutorial misconduct, jury tampering, approach the bench. Sidebar. What's going on, guys? Well, Your Honor, clearly the fucking prosecutor was assaulting a juror in the fucking chat. I moved for an immediate mistrial. Mistrial granted. The police are fucking shitbags in this situation, and Ross Kahn is going to jail.
Preston says dismissal of our charges.
So all charges are dismissed, and so now we the people must find sentencing.
Wait, if all charges are dismissed, then my client's just won.
No, the charges are dismissed against him, which means we found the cops bad. But the biggest issue here today, Ross Kahn, is you. You have been the tyrant here today. So we now move. So for general douchebaggery in the first, second, and third degree.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
We, the people, find you guilty. Sentencing will be left up to the chat. What do you guys think for sentencing guidelines for our
Listen, I just came up here to give a different side of it. You guys know how I feel, man. I fucking love you guys. All of you.
Chris is paranormal.
Guilty.
Yeah, no, I know she's
deleting
guilty.
comments again.
I did it to James. James, he's being a hypocrite right now because he usually loves me, and he's not even speaking nicely. He could be saying everything you wanted to say, but not so mean.
Chuck says take her wrench away.
No, I would never.
Listen, he says define her.
Oh, that's different.
Oh, you guys know that. Medical mafia.
I might turn on you guys. Listen, if you steal from me, you blackmail me, and then you beat up on chicks, I just might not be your friend anymore. That does have a tendency to happen. But we need to take care of Ross right now.
Wait, Chuck says take a wrench.
Take a wrench. Oh, is that what? So I'll take 3 suggestions from the chat. So we have take her wrench. We have $500 fine. And by the way, when I say take her wrench, I will reach out to all my friends, which include every activist, and ask for her sentence to be imposed on all channels.
I'm getting one from Anonymous. Objection. The shitbag fell into the
Stepping
pipe
it
and
up.
tripped. His shoelaces were untied and he tripped himself.
Okay, so we have I forget $500. So we have
lick the whole boot.
So Notably Nova says I like boobies. That's not a sentence. So we have wrench gone for 2 weeks. We have nipple twists. We have fine her for $50. Fine her for $500.
Oh God!
Take her wrench and a weekend with Amber. So the chat will have to decide. Or 6 months of sensitivity.
Oh, I'm a sensitive person.
Wait.
I'll take the weekend with Amber.
Sure.
I'll take that. I'll take the weekend with Amber.
Why? So she can shit in your bed?
But I'll still do it. Let's go
People in the chat, here are your choices, folks.
I got time served. They gave me time served.
No, there's no suspended sentences. Hold tight, woman. 6 months. Here's your choices. I want everyone to tell me, wait for me to repeat them, and then I want everyone to type in the chat which you want. Majority will rule. 6 months. 6 months of sensitivity training. Okay, I'm not going to do tattoos. Fine her $50. Fine her $500. Take her wrench, and that will include every channel that I know. Give her a nipple twist, which we could also make self-inflicted. So those are the choices. So now I will allow everyone in chat to tell me what the consequence will be.
Oh boy. Well, you got to, now you got to take all the votes. You're going to have so many different votes.
What would James say? He's the one that got hit.
Oh my God. I see a couple of nipple twists. We can't do that. He has a girlfriend.
No, we can make you twist your own. Listen.
Steve Harloha says $50. James Barnes, when did you move to? I'm not on the dark side, James Barnes. I said I love you in chat and gave you a heart, and then you're still being, hey, Hawk fan for life. 88.
Oh, get out of here. No, there's no bail. There's no bail in this case. There's no bail in this case. YouTube turns. No bail. No bail. No bail. No. Bail is revoked. Bail is revoked.
Definitely.
I'm going to go through the chat now and see what we have. So we have, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 nipple twists. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fines. I have, hold on, let me go back here. I have 3 wrenches. It appears we have 3 wrenches going. So I'll wait 1 more second to see if we can break this tie here. Show me says nipple twist. So no, you can't, Ross. You can't decide your own punishment. Oh no! That's terrible. Oh no!
I would have PayPal'd you where there wouldn't be a fee. But I normally, I PayPal. I like to do PayPal, but I wanted them to know it took place.
You must twist your nipple. The court sentences you to a nipple twist. You don't have to do it on camera, but we want to hear it.
Wait, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. Hey, everybody that wants to, I'll do the nipple twist. I will do the nipple twist. But in order for you guys to know about the nipple twist, you got to go to Banana Anna's channel tomorrow night for the live karaoke because I'm going to go on her panel too. That's where the nipple twist will take place. So if somebody
sentencing.
Yep, if you guys want the nipple twist, and I might even cam up and just do it through my shirt. Okay? So but listen, if you want the nipple twist, then go to Banana Anna's channel tomorrow night. I think she goes around 7 o'clock or whatever. I'll do it there.
10 p.m.
Banana, what the hell?
Well, here's why, right? Banana Anna finally
Thank you, Judd.
He got monetized today. She got
Thank you, Judd.
monetized, and she's doing awesome. So everyone here, if you please could subscribe to Banana Anna, but make sure you show up to the monetization extravaganza at her channel tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There was someone that said, make Ross put a vibrator to her clitoris for 5 minutes.
No.
That's sensitivity training.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then I'm very sensitive then, so 'cause that takes place daily. Look at Papa Chuck.
TMI. TMI.
Well, they said it first. Okay, I better behave.
Well, they pushed me first. Oh my God. Oh wow. Chuck Bronson actually pardons you.
Oh, that's because I love Chuck Bronson.
Yeah, I do too. He's a pain in the ass.
Actually, Chuck Bronson, he's like one of my favorites. No offense, Josh, but I absolutely just love and adore him and his wife. And
News Now Preston Nashville, my member, says accountability for all. She bribed the judge. I disagree. Bailiffs, please remove News Now Preston Nashville after you subscribe to him. You can't. I'm already dirty, so bribing me isn't unethical. And that's that. Everyone, please subscribe to Denver Metro Audits. If you haven't subscribed to him, you need to. This guy's a friggin' dog. He's absolutely killing it. And he is literally one of the best.
Man.
Hey, what's up,
the
Papa Chuck?
best
Good to
out
see you,
there
man.
right now.
Good to see you, bro.
Pops always comes in at the end. Ross Khan, subscribe to Ross Khan. Subscribe to Heather Holt.
Oh, thank
She's the one
you.
that made me aware of this video today. Papa Chuck, awesome, super huge supporter. Also a huge
Love all
supporter.
you guys.
Shakur Capital, always watching the videos, always in the chats, awesome. Mid Ohio is fucking awesome. And watch, you can't fool Pops. Because all the stuff that the big channels are afraid to cover because of monetization and pissing off YouTube, Pops ain't afraid of that. He will cover it. He's a former he's a former police officer, and he was a police officer in the 80s, and his look on things is awesome. So make sure you subscribe there as well.
Cool. What do you think? Should we call the jail one last time before we go, or what?
See if he's there, right?
Yeah. See if he's in there.
Yeah, totally. We got to find this guy.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're not
he's looking-
updating the online site. I've been searching this whole time.
Okay.
That's a good point. Sheriff's Department. That's it. The one that ends in 400, right?
I believe so. I put it in the chat, whatever that one is. The first number.
Isn't there a website where you guys can like check people's names by like charges or something like that?
As our menu options have changed, you may also visit our website at www.denvergov.
Mid Ohio, stop being a fucking bootlegger.
For additional information, press 1 for inmate information, or visit www.
What did I press last time? I pressed 5. How good is my memory?
Wait while I transfer your call.
I'm gonna find out what
Thank you for
happened.
calling Securus Technologies, the leading provider of inmate.
Okay, so I take that back. I was literally just gonna give myself a pat on the back that I did not deserve.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Denver Sheriff Department.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Catch and release? Maybe if he's not showing up, I'll ask him. They definitely arrested him. Yeah, he did, the sloth. I mean, they arrested him, and then unless they caught and released him, I'm going to have to call back Lane. But he said there wasn't anyone in there at all. You said it's the first number that you sent me, right?
Yeah, it was the 400 one, I believe.
It was a snatch and grab.
I'm going to try this again. I don't know. I'm going to listen to all the prompts very carefully.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Denver Sheriff Department. Please listen carefully to the following, as our menu options have changed. You may also visit our website at www.denvergov.org/sheriff for additional information. Press 1 for inmate information.
He could be at the hospital, you're right.
www.denvergov.org/inmate search. Press 2 for bond amount and bond process. Press 3 for the civil division. Press 4 for the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse County Court, or visit www.denvercountycourt.org. Press 5 for visit information, or visit www.securistech.net. Press 6 for County Jail Deputy Information Desk. Press 7 for the Downtown Detention Center Deputy Information Desk.
It's that one.
Press 8.
It might be number 1 too, inmate info.
Yeah, but they'll be able to tell me directly if he's in there.
Okay.
They got a 2.2 rating now, buddy. We fucked them up in the game.
Yep. They'll be down to a 1 something later.
Yeah, until they delete them all.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Then we'll just get them again. Just get them again.
And again and again and again. I'm putting mine up after this.
They're lucky it was 9 o'clock on a Saturday when I started this. If this happened a couple hours earlier, we would have had 800 people in here leaving reviews.
Oh, easily.
Lucky that they decided the right time to de-escalate the situation by assaulting a disabled man. Right, Ross? She's on mute. She's chat.
Whoops. I said yes, that's ridiculous. I forgot I had myself on mute.
So dirty, so. Yeah, I'm not loving how it's taking forever to answer this fucking thing. Let's call back and do the first one. You said it was 1, right, DMA?
Yeah.
And thank you for calling the Denver Sheriff's Department.
That one that I
1's inmate
did
info
is
and
on the
2's bond
website.
amount.
As our menu options have changed, you may also visit our website at www.sheriff
Somebody put information in the private chat.
/sheriff for additional
Yeah, I got all
information.
that.
Press 1 for inmate information. Wait while I transfer your call. Hello, Cisco Unity Connection Messaging System.
Come on, dude.
From a touch-tone telephone, you may dial an extension at any time. For a directory of extensions, press 4. Otherwise, please hold to leave a general message.
4.
And then they hung up. It hangs up right there.
Just hangs up. Dang. How did you get in last time?
I pressed that
Thank you for calling
prompt.
the Denver Sheriff's Department. Please
6?
listen carefully to the following. As
No,
our
I think it
menu
was
options have
fucking 8,
changed.
buddy. It was 7
You
or
may
8.
also visit our
7 is
website
county and
at
8 is city.
www.denvergov.org/sheriff for additional information. Press 1 for inmate information,
Just gonna make sure.
or visit www.denvergov.org/inmate search. Press 2 for bond amount and bond process.
These things make me wish for the day back when you actually got a human on the phone.
Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse County Court, or visit www.denvercountycourt.org. Press 5 for visit information, or visit
All right, here they come right here. The important ones.
www.securistech.net. Press 6 for County Jail Deputy Information Desk. Press 7 for the Downtown Detention Center Deputy Information Desk.
So let me see which one it is on.
Facility.
All right, so we're gonna try 7 again because 7 is city, not county.
Yep.
Wait while I transfer your call.
I don't know if we call Denver Health, the hospital. I don't know if they would give us any information.
I got asked to be transferred to his room. Is that the closest one downtown?
Yeah, Denver Health.
We'll find out pretty quickly because if he's in custody, he'll say that we can't. But they'll confirm that he's there.
Just tell him you're his cousin, like twice removed or something.
Yeah, I was removed when they shoved him so hard. We were Siamese until we got separated. I'm gonna call back and speak to the other one real quick first.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Yeah, Uncle Fester. That's how I'm doing. I'm doing 6.
I wonder
now.
if Lane would have the information.
Yeah, we got to call back Lane. They must have stopped kidnapping people after a certain time.
Hey, while you're waiting for that to answer, I just want to share with the chat. Somebody put in chat that they've been homeless before, you know, and I want to let everybody know that I've been homeless before too. Me, Ross Khan, I've been homeless before. I was homeless with a daughter, a nearly infant daughter, and had to put water in her bottle instead of milk. I understand homelessness, and that's actually where my heart goes out in a lot of my charities that I actually choose to help are homeless charities.
But you're doing better now, Ross.
I'm doing. I've lived a beautiful life, yes, but I
Let me. So, what did you say the name of the hospital was? DMA.
Denver Health. I'll look it up. It'll actually look it up.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Gator Security, show me your face. No face, no space. Sorry, buddy.
By the way, if it was up to our government, we would all be homeless. They want us all to be homeless.
Facts.
Okay, so get ready because there's going to be a lot of people homeless soon.
Homeless and access to no firearms.
Well, homeless basically means you do not own a house or have a lease in your name. You're considered homeless. If you're living with someone and you don't have that lease in your name, legally you're considered homeless. So, but they want everybody living in the street in tents.
You have reached Denver Health Medical Center.
They want to turn it into San Francisco.
Your call will be answered to the order it was received.
Answer mine now.
Thank you for calling Denver Health. This is Chris. How can I assist you?
Chris, I do need assistance. Could I please be transferred to
You said Gene.
me, my second cousin?
Verify the spelling of the last name for me, please.
Bates.
I don't have a Jamie Bates.
Okay. If a cop beat the shit out of someone downtown, and then would your hospital be the closest one they would go to, or would there be another one?
There's St. Joseph as well.
What's it called?
St. Joseph? Yeah, let me just transfer you.
Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Transferring St. Joseph. You're welcome.
He wasn't even surprised by the question about if a cop beat
I
the
love
shit
it.
out of you.
Yeah, he probably gets those calls all the time.
That was the greatest. He didn't even flinch.
St. Joseph Hospital. If this is a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you have questions about coronavirus and do not have symptoms, testing is not recommended. You can find more information. If you have been exposed to someone, stay at home away from others and
Shut
contact your
up.
doctor.
I have someone that
If you
was
have
exposed to
coronavirus
tyranny.
symptoms like cough and
Blah,
shortness
blah,
of
blah,
breath,
blah, blah.
all other callers, please remain on the line for the next available operator.
Operator, how may I help you?
Oh my God, that's perfect that you have a job as an operator and your name is operator. That's actually pretty cool. I was wondering if you could transfer me to my cousin's room, please.
What's the last name?
Yeah, the last name is
And the first name?
the first name.
Okay. I don't have a James 18.
Okay, so I mean, I guess so. I called the Denver hospital, Denver Health, and I asked if the cops, go wild and beat the shit out of you. Is this the closest hospital they would go to? And they said that if a cop beat the shit out of somebody, that they could go to your hospital, but he's not there. Are there any other hospitals that someone would be sent to after being beat by the police?
I'm sorry he got beat by the police. That sounds terrible. How long ago do you think he came into our emergency?
I don't know if he went to yours. He was this beating happened about approximately. I can tell you right now. Actually, so it happened about 3 hours ago, and he's not booked
Okay,
into.
let me call the St. Joe's ED.
Yeah, it is horrible. He got beat by the police. I agree. But I mean, I should have said he got de-escalated by the police. My
But
bad.
if he's in the ER, they didn't even admit him yet. So he could be in the emergency room, so they won't even know.
Oh,
right.
Could have took him somewhere.
He's not in our emergency room, sir. He's not here at St. Joe.
He's not there at all. Okay, I appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
Is there any other hospital that he could be at, ma'am?
Oh, she hung up. Shit. But I did ask her that, didn't I? And she said it would be those two hospitals.
Isn't there a St. Luke's in Denver?
There's a St. Anthony's. I'm not familiar with St. Luke's.
JP, if you get an echo, then if you're on Bluetooth, you're gonna have to make sure your Bluetooth's connected, drop down, come back up. I think I'm about to end this anyways because he's not at the friggin' jail. I'll call back Lane one more time. I will call back Lane one more time because he and I have a relationship now.
They could have taken him to another. I don't know. They could have taken him to another hospital that's not close. I remember getting arrested. They drove past 3 hospitals, and then they took me to one.
Yeah, my headphones are plugged straight into my laptop.
All the way far.
Do you have YouTube running in the background, JP?
Yes, I do.
All right, so here's what you gotta do. You gotta close out YouTube completely. You gotta leave, close out YouTube completely, come right back. I'll save your space.
All right, I got you.
All right, brother.
All right, later.
All right, I'm gonna save his space. No one else try and come up except him, please. All right, here we go. Calling District 6 to find.
I'm gonna drop down so anybody can come up. Okay.
All right, love you, honey. Oh, just a little jaded. Hey.
Love you guys. All right, you guys. Everybody take care. Much love to everybody in chat. I hope I didn't offend anybody.
Lane?
All right.
Oh, hey, Officer Lane. So I'm still trying to find this guy. I have called the hospitals. He's not there. I have called actually 2 hospitals. He's not there. I've called both the county jail and the city jail to no avail. And you said before he wasn't at your station. Was he ever arrested? It didn't look like a catch and release situation.
So, I was not there. I'm not 100% sure of who you're talking about, but it sounds like he was arrested, and if you would have called the hospitals wouldn't release anybody's information. They followed the HIPAA.
No, they were super compassionate. I called and I gave the name, and they said that there was no one there. I told them that I will be transparent. I told them he got beat up by the cops, and they were very.
I got this. So for the Denver Sheriff's Department over at the city jail, if he's still on their intake, maybe it just hasn't popped up in their system, because I know their inmate search for their website does for the people that are housed there, and so if he's down in the intake area, that could be the hiccup.
Do you have a more direct number? Like I call, it gives me all these prompts, and I got to go through. Like, is there a more direct number you got for them?
I had someone call earlier and ask for a number, and based on our Denver website, the one that we have listed is
0400. I'll double check to see if that's what I have. Can you confirm what his charges might have been, so at least I can figure out how much bail I might need to gather? Okay. Shake your head up and down if it was disorderly conduct, obstruction, and resisting arrest. Not a good game because I can't see you. Okay. Tell me that you need my name and my ID for officer safety if those were the charges. All right. That's cool, Lane. Did you watch that video yet? You did. What did you think? And I understand he was acting like an asshole. So to preface this question, I understand the person that I'm referring to, like not the police officer, was acting like an asshole. He wasn't breaking any laws. He wasn't acting like a dick. But what's your feelings in it?
So I'm gonna have to apologize. I know you're really upset. But it is a fresh case. It's to be reviewed. It's to be
Okay. All right. All right. Well, perfect. Would you have reacted that way had you been the police officer present?
I feel like that would be
No, I'm just. I mean, all right. You answered without answering. You don't want to throw your colleagues under the bus. I get that. I feel like you and I are good friends now. So just when you answer the next time, if like there's a video where like a cop like clearly fucks up and does something wrong, just say that I'm unaware of the specifics of the case. It is still pending investigation. Any questions you have can be directed to our public relations department. I never would approve of any officer violating his oath or breaking the law, because then you kind of blanket say that you don't approve of it without specifically referring to that case, and then you hush me up and get me off the phone, and we're not friends for like 4 hours.
I appreciate that advice. That is very well put. Are you here in Denver? Are you about and also?
Am I detained?
No. I don't often work the desk, so I'm afraid that if you call the desk, then I don't know when the next time that's a good thing. So hopefully, if you are here in Denver, if we ever run into each other for whatever reason, good or bad, I hope I have a good interaction and impression with you, and we continue the relationship.
Excellent. Let me ask you a question. Is there anything in your car that you should know about? Any guns, knives, rocket launchers, anything like that?
I don't think that's great.
Do you mind if... I don't know. People, maybe somewhere in like Eastern Kentucky. What about any drugs, anything illegal, narcotics, anything like that in your cruiser we should know about?
Not at this point in time, but if I ever have any evidence, I guess you could say, if they have narcotics in the case, there would be evidence putting in property. Sure, there would be narcotics in your car at this point in time.
All right. Well, say no to drugs. Don't be tempted. Don't do them. But you mind if just for citizen safety, when we meet each other, I might be able to just do a quick cursory search of your person for citizen safety, just to make sure there's nothing that will poke me, pinch me, prod me? You do not consent to being hands-on. Like, you wouldn't consent to me putting my hands on you for absolutely no reason. That makes sense, right, Officer Lane? I think that maybe you should tell the two cops in that video, including Birkin, that they should have the same thought process as you and me then. I'm not too bad at this. I usually set you up for these questions.
You know, I gotta say, out of all the people that have called on the station today, you have been the most well-spoken individual I've chatted with today.
And imagine that my channel is dedicated to getting cops like Birkin off the street.
Well, we all have our goals in life.
It ain't a goal. It's been attained, buddy. It's been attained. All right, Lane. You have a pleasant evening, and I want you to make sure that you put on your seatbelt. You drive within the speed limits, and don't do anything illegal. And make sure if you do anything illegal around Officer Birkin, that you're wearing your uniform so he knows you're a cop, so he won't beat you up.
Well, thank you for the advice.
Well, I should ask the panel. Thank you, Officer Lane. On the panel, Officer Lane, we have Late Night with 702, JP Williams, You Can't Fool Pops, Shakur Capital, Papa Chuck, Clinton Hansen, Heather, and DMA from your neck of the woods, Denver Metro Audits, the best, the greatest. Does anyone have any questions for our dear friend, Officer Lane, on panel?
I do. If he's booked under John Doe, would it take 22 hours to process fingerprinting and all that stuff?
If he's booked under a John Doe, would it take 22 hours or longer than normal for him to process?
So that's the Denver Sheriff's Department processing. That's their courthouse. I don't have any insight or answer for you on how the Denver Sheriffs do that.
Okay, is there anyone else that has a question for Officer Lane?
I'd like to see those two cops under investigation, and I'd like to see them fired because of what they did. Sorry.
Will you fire those two guys, man?
I'm sorry, was that a question?
Yes. Would you fire? No, not would you hypothetically. I guess my question is, will you? Will you go and fire them?
Literally.
It would depend on. I did have to have a full investigation before I'd have an opinion on that.
Okay, excellent. Anyone else have a question for?
That does look like excessive use of force.
What's his charges exactly?
I have a question. Why don't you, and I'm going to be as respectful as I can be because it's just accountability for all the family, and I love that man. But why don't you just cut through the crap and just take the heart, just make the right decision, dude. You watched the video. You be outside. It was crazy.
Oh, he hung up on you, Papa Chuck.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I think that's great. I bootlicked a little bit just to keep him alive. Because here's the thing, like, you can yell and scream at him, which works just as well, but I love logic trapping these fucking idiots. Every single question I asked him, they had a reason for asking him. So when I asked him, can I do a cursory search of your person? Because I knew he said, no, I don't consent to that. And then I say, well, because if I didn't break the law, I shouldn't be touching you, right? And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, I wish that were the same thing for the other cops you have out there. That's the reason that I was setting him up. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Gator Security. What's going on, Gator Security?
Hey, guys. How are you?
What did that homeless man get charged with exactly?
So,
we don't know.
You asked a question earlier. What oath do the officers take?
No, I know the oath. I just wanted to see if he knew it.
Okay, gotcha.
Somebody said down in the chat that somebody already has the booking information. I saw that Keebler posted it.
No, she's
she's looking for it. Yeah, he's not booked. While I was doing this, I checked online. We checked with the sheriff. We checked with the jail. We confirmed he was arrested. He wasn't at those two hospitals. So the only thing that could be happening right now is that he's being fucking processed and he's sitting at booking. And when he got there, Officer fucking McGurkin fucking said to these guys, hey, listen, I just beat the shit out of him. He's in a lot of pain. So be as slow as you can is probably what happened.
Yep.
I gotta shut this fucking thing down. I'm gonna check the reviews again real quick to see what we got them to. 2.1. I'll close the night reading the reviews. We started the night at either 3.1 or slightly higher. 3.1, I think it was at. Trevor says, "Wow, no matter how much a citizen offends you, you shouldn't push the homeless, bad public servant." Greg says, "The assault on the homeless man was wrong." Seatown says, "Well, was thinking of visiting Denver, but guess not now after watching 2 police officers beating a homeless man on a public sidewalk. I'm afraid for my life. Not a safe city to visit with that kind of welcoming." Justin says, "Not okay to push a disabled person. We need to hire new cops." Donald, "More and more videos surfacing reflecting tyrannical behavior. Ginger Boss Audit says, honor your oaths." I just watched a video of a homeless man was assaulted for a constitution-protected activity. Why in the world would anybody ever contact this department for any reason whatsoever? Every officer should hang their head in shame. True Blood gives 1 star. Brock, we already read, so we were up to date. I would like to read Pink Taco's review one more time because that one is my favorite.
Hey,
and I read
John,
this to Cobb.
this is Amazing Audits. They got attacked, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. He broke his neck here just a few months ago. And then they push him like that where he hits his head. That's
Well, no,
not
they
smart.
didn't push him, Cindy. They de-escalated him. Come on, man. Go with the program. They de-escalated
Jesus.
him.
Yeah. Pink Taco says, I'm going to get Ross on that forever. Pink Taco says, "Officers are very rude and need to learn the law. I am a handicapped person, and the officers touched my Peter for being black in public." So, Gator Security, JP, 702, Can't Fool Cops, Shakira Capital, Papa Chuck, Clinton Harrison, and awesome fucking Heather Holt. Go subscribe to her. She was the one that sent me this video. Denver Metro Audits, the best in the game right now. Love him. He's my dude. And there's Puppy.
Aww.
Oh, who's cuter? Denver Metro Audits or the Puppy?
The puppy is.
Yeah,
Love.
He's
so Josh, cute. I got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Who's got a question?
Yeah, it's kind of off topic, but speaking of Denver, what's the word on Eric Brandt?
He's doing his bid. He's doing his bid. I think he got 7 years, right? I got
12 years.
12 years.
Excuse me. And that was a plea deal he took. Carlos Hanlon, welcome, man. Appreciate it so much.
And is that considered a violent crime? Because I mean, violent crime they do what 70%, and then non-violent it's like 50.
I don't know how it works there. I mean, Massachusetts, you're in county jail for a regular offense that's punishable by 2.5 years. You do 50% of your time. In state prison, if it's something that's punishable by 2.5 years or more, you have to do 65% of your time.
Yeah, and I think it's like 80% for a violent, but that's what I'm saying. What would that be considered? Just the threat, is that considered a violent crime?
I think he's got no shot at parole just because of what a judge is going to say. Yeah. I think he got fucking hammered. I think people on both sides of things think that he got fucking hammered. He got railroaded. Same thing with Joshua Martinez, and I will mention his name here right now. Joshua Martinez is like a brother to me. He's a very close personal friend. And I have a bunch of videos coming out, and one of them will be an interview with his attorney, and he can't appear in this because he made a Facebook post. He did a Facebook post where he put a bunch of cops carrying a coffin and had a blue line flag on it, and he said, "This is what it looks like when cops take out the trash." He had $1 million bond. He has a bracelet on one leg for state probation, a bracelet on another leg for federal probation. He's got about 26 million views on A&E for refusing to follow a judge's illegal order. And right now, he's not allowed to have a cell phone. He's not allowed to speak on any public media or give any interviews. His First Amendment right is non-existent. And even his house phone is bugged, and conversations with his attorneys have to be monitored. He's living on a ranch right now, completely off the grid, milking his own milk from cows. He just got himself a milk cow, chickens, the whole 9 yards. I spoke to him, and I speak to him regularly, and they're trying to silence him so that way he can't tell you what happened to him. And the same thing happened to Eric Brandt. And when you think of the biggest names of how this community has been impacted by activism, even before James Freeman or AFA or SJVT, it's a very short list. it's Eric Brandt, it's Gavin Syme, it's Joshua Martinez,
Thompson.
and I mean, they're all people that have their name in case law. I mean, Gavin Syme fled the country and moved to Mexico for political asylum to leave a tyrannical government that he feared. Eric Brandt is imprisoned, and Joshua Martinez is being silenced. And we gotta shut it the fuck down every time.
Yep.
Didn't Gavin and his girlfriend actually end up dead?
Gavin, no, he's alive and well, man.
And maybe there's another one, another activist that ended up found dead in Mexico.
I have not heard that, but Gavin Syme is alive and well, doing well, and still producing content on 3 different channels. But I was watching a movie the other day. I don't know if you guys seen it. Have you guys seen the trial of the Chicago 7?
No.
Yes.
So this is a movie you guys got to see. It takes place in the 70s, and what's going on is what happened in the George Floyd riots after his death happened in the 70s, and people from all over the nation, activists, they called and they said, all right, people, we're tired of the insane politics. We're tired of our people getting beaten. We from around the nation need to descend on to Chicago, and we need to utilize our free press, utilize our right to protest, march up to the police, and we need to, and they were charged federally. When the current president had left office, a new prosecutor came in and charged them federally, trying to send them to prison for 25 years for inciting that riot, for asking people to peacefully protest. Their convictions were overturned, and some of these guys are the largest activists now. One of the main ones passed away. It's a wonderful movie, but while I was watching the movie, Anna said to me, that's kind of like what we do now. And it hit home. That is what we do now. And that happened in the 70s. I mean, look at where we're at now. It's almost 40 years later, and the same thing is happening. Government is silencing us. Government's kicking. I mean, literally, it's like kings and queens of sovereign nations that exile you. Joshua Martinez and Gavin Syme are in exile, and they fought for this country. Maybe they didn't pick up a rifle and don military gear, but this is what happens, and this type of behavior happens, and this is why that type of altercation with that cop can be considered by some as de-escalation. And if throwing a guy with a broken back on a broken neck on the fucking ground for simply walking in public is de-escalation, I hate to see what escalated fucking looks like. I really would.
Fucking qualified immunity, man.
Well, you want another one that's on point? Take a look at the We Own This City about the Baltimore Gun Trace Task Force.
I'm gonna write that down.
Hey, Josh, what did you say that movie was you were talking about?
I think it's called The Trial of the Chicago 7. The Trial of the Chicago 7. The film is based on the infamous 1969 trial of 7 community activists charged by the federal government with conspiracy and more, arising from the countercultural protests in Chicago at the 1968 Democratic National Convention. The trial transfixed the nation and sparked a conversation about mayhem intended to undermine the U.S. government. And a really powerful part that actually happened in the trial, it wasn't just added in for the movie. Yeah, absolutely, DPN. At the end, what these activists were really upset with is why they were being tried for free speech. 5,000 American soldiers, men and women, had died in Vietnam, and their trial went for about 100 days. So at the end, one activist was told by the judge, "You've been the only reasonable one. Everyone else is getting 25 plus years. You've been the only reasonable one. You've been polite. You've obeyed the rules of the court. So if you simply apologize to the court, you keep politics out of this, and you keep it short, concise, and remorseful, I will look positively upon you and give you leniency." And he says, so you're saying that if I keep it no politics and I just say I'm sorry and I keep it short, that my government will look favorably on me? And he says, yeah, as long as you keep it short. And he read the list, every single name of each of those 5,000 Americans. And I thought the movie was bullshit, so I looked it up on my own. And it's true. He read every single 5,000 name. Even the prosecutor stood silent while he did it. Now, that's why we do this shit. You don't have to be picking up a camera to do it, but there's people before us that sacrificed an awful fucking lot for us to not have to be sitting in a Denver City fucking jail for exercising the rights that they died for. The people that paved the way for us that are exiled right now, like we owe them better. Any last thoughts, DMA?
Yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming here today on the panel, in the chat, to support Amazing Audits, because, you know, I just think that was egregious what they did to him, regardless of whether, you know, he was being socially acceptable. He wasn't breaking the law. So we appreciate that, everyone coming in to support him. Go check out his live stream of his arrest and also his Belmar Library video that he just recently did that Sweetie and I also went to revisit.
You need to come out to Texas and do some audits. We have a lot of tyrants here.
Texas is not short of tyrants at all. Here it is right here. This is his channel. If everyone wants to go subscribe, his channel's set up kind of weird with the layout, so you're not going to find it on the homepage. Go ahead and scroll over to videos. It's called Attacked Inside the T-Mobile Store. And when you find it, you know, let them know that we the people sent you. I mean, in this situation, I would normally say, oh, AFA or DMA sent you.
Wait a minute. Keebler's got an update down there. She says she found him.
You found him. Where's he at?
Yeah, the phone number's in the chat right there. You see it?
Oh, she just sent me the number.
The 0200?
Yep, that's it. 337-0200.
Is that one I already have? Or is that the one this guy? That's not the one this guy gave me. Hold on, I'm gonna make one last call before we wrap up. I really have to get off this computer. I don't have 0200. It's a fucking public phone number. Someone's got. All right, Heather, you got it. All right, hold on. Good job, Keebler.
Great job.
When you go
Yeah,
to
me
his
and
video,
her, we've been going back and forth with phone numbers and calling.
All right,
This
I'm gonna
makes me angry that they attacked him.
Oh, look at all the messages I missed. All right, here we go. But yeah, the reason I want you to say "we the people" is because, you know, I don't want. It doesn't really matter if you tell him that I sent you or DMA sent you. I want him to know that when he gets out, it wasn't one specific channel. That us as a community had his back. So head over there, tell him "we the people" sent you. What am I, fucking stupid right now? Oh, there it is. Okay. I know I'm stupid, but fuck it. I'm gonna be nice on this one just because I want to make sure he's all right.
Josh, you're not stupid.
Thank you for calling the Denver Sheriff Department. Please listen carefully to the following as our menu options have changed. You may also visit our website at www.denvergov.org/sheriff for additional information. Press 1 for inmate information.
Where did she press?
www.denvergov.org/inmate search. Press 2 for bond amount and bond process.
Would you send it to me? Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Press 4 for the Lindsay Flanagan Courthouse, County Court.
Okay, but that doesn't. Hold on. I'm gonna hang up the phone call for a second. I want to read what she just sent me. All right, that's his. Hold on. That's his information. 41 male. But it doesn't say his charges and it doesn't say his bail on it.
Oh, she's saying she couldn't get through on the phone and she found him online.
All right, well, can you send me the picture of the one with his bail and his charges, please? I do have him in the system. And he was in custody as of 7:57, 8:57, 9:56. So what do you guys, what time is it now for you, DMA?
It is 9:02.
10:02 here.
So they've had him in there for an hour. There's no reason they shouldn't have fucking.
Keebler says phone is offline. She's searching for the other information that you need.
DMA, are you Central Time?
Mountain.
Oh, oh yeah, that's right. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
I'm in Lubbock, Texas, West Texas, so it's kind of right there on the border.
Yeah.
She says county website is now offline too.
I was just fixing to say, I'm still showing zip.
Yeah, because they fucking know that we're live.
Yep.
Or someone else has a live stream going and they're trying to do the same thing, which is I'm gonna if I'm gonna look right now, because if there is, I'll send people over there. Pikes Peak Accountability. Let's see if he's live. He's not live.
Denver likes to play a lot of fuck games. Just ask.
Who's the other fucking channel they were saying? CTP or CPR? Is that a fucking channel? No, CPT. Who's that? Colorado something transparency? Is that a channel?
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know either. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
You talking about CRA, the one in Findlay?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking.
Let me look. Let's see.
Cut the plastic. CTP, cut the plastic. He's up there in Denver.
Okay, that's a fucking channel. Cut the plastic.
Cut the plastic. Yep.
That's fucking awesome.
He's a friend of Eric Brandt.
Oh, he's talking about cutting the plastic like your driver's license, I guess?
Yep. Cut the plastic.
Oh, I remember this guy. I've seen him a long time ago. He's not fucking live either. I mean, they were telling me that CTP let him handle it. He's not fucking live.
Yep.
I guess because he's in that area.
Oh, work line, thank you.
I'm surprised Friends in Code and Auto isn't running something right now.
I don't understand how we
put something up earlier. I did get a notification from him.
Let me if anyone else is live they want to work on this, tell me and I'll send people over there. The last thing I'm going to do is check the jail one more time and then I'm shutting this down.
Our Sheriff Department. Please listen carefully to the following as our menu options have changed. You may also visit our website at www.denvergov.org/sheriff.
In the city jail or county jail?
City.
Press 1 for inmate information or visit www.denvergov.org.
Auto covered it 2 hours ago.
Press 2
Who did?
bond amount.
Otto the watchdog, he covered it 2 hours ago.
For the Civil Division.
But he's not live currently.
Or for the Lindsay Flanagan
Hold on one second.
County Court.
I think it's
Or
7.
visit www.denvercountycourt.org. Press 5 for inmate visit information.
Fuck you, whore.
Or visit www.securistech.net. Press 6 for the
What's up,
county
Anthony?
information desk.
Hold on, buddy.
Press 7 for the Downtown Detention Center Deputy Information Desk.
This one originally answered.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Man, she did good on the phone sex line.
Yeah. I don't know, Jaded, if it was resisting arrest. I'm just throwing that out there as like the normal fucking contempt of cop charges. I don't know how you like. What did you? The only thing he resisted was gravity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He resisted death when hitting the pavement.
They just put the video up. That's all.
Who?
Auto and Friends and Code.
Yep. Because we know, I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, no, you're right, Justin.
He's in jail right now too. Another guy's in jail that is part of that crew.
They had a 2. DMA said they get to a 1 point something. They haven't yet, but they're at 2.1. They'll get there. Trust me.
Yeah. By tomorrow they'll get there.
Yeah.
I still got to put mine in.
Where's this at so I could put mine in?
Denver Police District 6.
Oh, they don't have qualified immunity. Their qualified immunity has been taken away. They were one of the first states to strip
To do
qualified
it.
immunity.
Yep.
So the clowns gonna get sued.
Yep.
I heard Chicago's supposed to be doing it soon too.
Arizona also.
If that cop doesn't think that he's going to be screwed, he's going to be screwed because he just made Amazing Audits rich.
My thing is I just want to know, when can we start self-defending against this shit?
Technically, you can, or in Texas at least.
Do it right now, but nobody wants to do it because the repercussions.
Oh, I'll take one or two of them with me. We go both meter makers for all I care.
Jake has to have with me.
I hear you. And I'm not for basically legally we can do it. You know, legally we can.
Yeah, it's afforded to you under the Constitution. You have the right to use up to deadly force.
Yep.
My thing is I think they're fully fucking mental, and I want them off the force. If you're gonna be a fucking mental case, you don't give a mental case a badge and a gun.
Well, they have low IQs too, so
You can do it. Problem is the gang mentality kicks in and you're done.
Yeah, they gonna make an example out of you. Legally. I mean, I don't know if we can. I don't know if we really would probably need to cite cases where it's already been done and won and proven, but I don't. People aren't doing it. People aren't doing it because they know you're gonna get completely railroaded. It's gonna be like a blitz with no line.
Have any of you guys seen the story about Colton Coco Carico, where he got shot in the back by the police officer?
Yes, I've got that on.
Yeah.
And we watched that last night, and that thing pissed me off so bad because this cop literally shot him right through the center of his back, and he's now paralyzed.
And then they tased the father, right?
And they tased the father. Yep.
And this
That
is
just
why
pissed me off.
you gotta get some body armor. Everybody that's 2A and 1A, you gotta get some body armor. I'm black, so I got it. I live in Philly, but you gotta get some.
Right?
Facts. Born with it.
Big facts.
It's fucked up when you gotta walk around in the street with body armor.
Here's what I'd like to do, because I can't stay live much longer, but I have found a resolution. My friend Steve Harloha is going to be live. So when I do get an update, I'll go on his panel and let everyone know. There's 225 people here. His live starts in less than 5 minutes, so I'm going to fluff for him. So I'll be his opening act. That's the best way to do it. And he's fun. He's in Hawaii, so he's going to show you the sunset and all the beautiful fucking scenery. And if a cop comes along, he'll tell them what they can go do to themselves. And he's really just a great guy. Oh, there he is. He ain't even kidding.
Yeah, and I have 3 of these, and police have 2. They illegally seized 2 of my vests where they had some BS warrant and all that other stuff. But yeah, this is the level 4. It had level 3 soft body behind it. But when they took my last 2, and I'm buying 1 more, so I have 4 total. I'll get those other 2 back. Probably with
What's the stoppage?
This is level 4. So this is rifles and handguns. Up to
that's a good one.
It can stop a 50 caliber.
I was just about to ask, what about a 50 cal?
It can stop a 50.
Yeah, I was just watching Kentucky Ballistics, and they promoted that one.
Yeah, this is
and they don't want us having those things. They don't want us to have
Of course
it to
not.
protect ourselves.
Yep.
Nope.
Do you guys watch Defending Freedom?
I have not.
Guys, excuse me, Defender of
It's about
Freedom,
safe
all
love
one
right
word. He's got 85,000 subscribers, but he does a lot of big 2A stuff. And it's one of those things where if you're kind of like a gun nut or an enthusiast or at least a hobbyist, then
nice.
it's a good channel to watch. Hold on a second.
JP, that's nice.
Safe love
Oh, I
also.
like that, JP.
But don't get it twisted. It's security. So
I know. I can read.
Right.
yeah, Safe Life. It's about $800. So it's stab proof too, because some of them can take rounds, but a lot of them can't protect you against knives. But this one can. Sad that how that sounds though. But extra
Nice.
$200. So
Hey, when it comes to your life,
Safe Life has bulletproof vests that protect against knives and
yeah, that's what mine is that 3A plus.
3A plus, yeah. I have their frag. Literally 3 vests for life defense. I'm getting another one from Thick Skin. Oh yeah, they restricted my gun rights. So look at this crack. Y'all gonna get a kick out of this. This is what I'm stuck with now.
Well, let
Fucking
me
pepper
switch
ball
up
gun.
here.
This is what I'm stuck with now. 50 caliber pepper.
Oh my goodness.
The
What are you gonna
ungun.
do with that?
Hey, pray to God. They have my
It looks like a toy.
The ungun pepper ball gun.
That's what I got right now.
Keebler's on hold with Bonds.
I got
You
it.
know, I heard something about that. They got these pellet guns that are like the size of a marble, and you
50
can load
cal.
up a clip, about 8 of them in a clip, and it's like a marble, the size of a marble. And it comes out of that. It's like a CO2 cartridge in for the
Yep.
pressure.
Yeah.
I heard that you could shoot somebody's eye out with that shit.
Because I'm telling you, my favorite Glock 19, hands down.
I got the Glock 17 5th generation right here.
Yeah, I got a Glock 34. Well, the police have it.
See, no, I hear a lot of complaints that the 5th gen is
So you're
no
armed
different
security,
than
JP.
Yes, sir.
the 5th gen is no different than the 4 gen.
What is
Besides hand grip.
That's a
See,
nice
I've got.
taser. That's a nice taser.
I do got
See,
P50.
see, I've got the Taurus 9mm.
There you
And I
go.
love my gun.
Yeah, I got an AR-15 that they got in their custody. I got a Smith & Wesson that they got.
That's what my son has is the AR-15.
You also does it shoot out too?
Yeah, it
JP?
does. I just took
Yeah,
off
it deploys.
the
Oh, okay.
The
Can you
cartridge.
can you shoot Booker for us? All right, guys. I'm gonna spam a link in the chat. JP Williams, you got a channel, bro?
I don't, man. I just watch a lot of like audits and stuff like that, and it's under JP Williams. If I don't have any videos though.
No, do you have any videos?
Yeah, but I don't think you'd want to see them. There was my ex, so. No.
There what?
Oh, there was my ex.
All right.
No, we don't want the revenge porn.
I don't leave that one alone. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm spamming the chat. It's Steve Harloha. We got 203 people in here. I don't think I've ever seen above 40 people in his chat. I think if all 200 of us went over there, he'd really appreciate it. It's, let's help each other out in the community. He's one of those guys that doesn't have a huge channel, but he supports
What's his
all
channel
of us.
name?
Steve Harloha, Harloha. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without folks like him. So if we could all go over there. I fluffed for him. He's starting right now. Go over there. Tell him it's an AFA raid. And appreciate you. Subscribe to DMA, Heather Holt, 702, Late Night, Shakur Capital, Clinton Hansen, Booker Dooley, Gator Security, JP Williams. Appreciate you being up here. All the members, appreciate y'all. And Keebler is on hold with a bondsman right now. So if you guys go to his channel, the very moment I have an update, I will go on his panel and let you know. So you're going to have a live update response. So everyone that sees me spamming the link in the chat, let's get over there. Tell him AFA sent you. Appreciate you. That's the reason I stopped you today. Deuces. Subscribe to my man.
Thanks, James.
Brand.
And
Did
ladies.
you tase yourself?
All right, take it easy, Josh.
Did you tase yourself, JP?
No, my bird got almost fell. This is my bird.
Oh, you didn't tase. At least the bird didn't get tased. All right.
Yeah, no, she's
All
good.
right.
My pigeon Binky.
Yeah, that won't taste like chicken.
We treat the better in America.
We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks so much.
Oh.
See you over at Steve Harloha. Go right there. Tell him AFA sent you. That's the reason I stopped you today. Bye.